Dumbass retard. Right
God
here.
damn it, Rain. Well, come on, go live.
It
It's
says
stuck.
live. We're live.
No, it says
We're
ready to go live.
live.
Why can't I get the thing off? Oh, we live. Okay.
But you
Mhm.
got beautiful skin, honey.
Thank you.
It looks like
I've had
peaches
enough.
and rose complexion.
Had enough. You do it.
I try to keep myself at least looking halfway decent. You know.
Well,
I
he
don't want
should
to.
have been glad to have you. You're a good looker.
Thank you.
Somebody in the chat talking to you, Mom.
What, honey?
Kyle, my brother. What's up?
I can't see the chat, Jackie.
That's all right, Mom. I'll tell everybody. You can't see the chat at all?
No, it says Margaret Jackson Brenda.
You don't have something on the side?
No, nothing.
That's weird.
Are you on your phone?
Yeah, I'm on my phone.
That's weird. Hi, Faja. How are you?
Tell everybody I'm
Faja.
sorry I can't.
I
Oh,
will.
I can talk. I can't
Yep.
type tonight. I had to
Yes,
make my
happy
screen a little
Friday.
bit bigger so I can see you guys.
I'm good, Kyle. How you doing?
Hi, everybody.
Everybody, this is my mom. We pulled her back up because last time we did a live with Eli and let everybody start floating in. And people want to hear more of her really creepy little stories. Mm-hmm. At you, Faja. Thank you for coming. Dan, your grandson's in the mom saying hi to you.
Oh, hi, Daniel. I love you, honey.
Mimi said she loves you. He in the chat. He likes to be in the chat.
Let me see if I can pull it up as a visitor on my computer.
Maybe. That's a good idea. I do that with my phone.
Yeah, let me see.
I'm on my tablet and I look at the chat with my phone.
Oh. Yeah, let me do it with my computer.
Well, I did too. I did it again. Mm-hmm. Matthew, popcorn. After last night, bro, you better. Ooh, my eyes were watering last night. My stomach was hurting from laughing so much. Hensley says I was on one. I said, yes, sir, you were. He was on a big one. Bad medicine. What's up, girl? Everybody, if you don't already know, Daniel HTD for life. That's my grandson, my oldest grandson. Stop it. Stop it. Go lay down. Go lay down. Go. My daughter sprung him on me tonight. She goes, Mom, do you want your grandbabies? I'm like, yeah. Why, that's a dumb question. Like, I mean,
I need a break. You want your grandbaby?
I'm having technical difficulty this evening.
We got 30 quail now, Matthew. I don't know what we're going to do with 30 quail, but I think I got a good idea what they're going to do with them. They're going to be snack packs. Yep.
That's sad.
Khakis.
So do I go to Jack's Paranormal on this computer?
Yeah, go to my channel and click on
the
live stream.
It's got this wrong spot. Yeah, just a minute.
Jax! What's up?
Buddy?
I guess I gotta type it in.
Type what in? Oh, you look at my channel?
Yeah. Oh.
You guys, I'm gonna behave myself tonight. I can't be like I was last night. Last night I was in rare form.
You have to be bad. It's better.
It makes you feel better. I was in rare form.
Lady. Oh, I'm not in the box. I'm
really?
so stupid sometimes.
Really? They're expensive. They're good to sell. Kill that, my brother. What's up? Quail eggs can be sold fresh for good money. Really?
And they taste terrible.
No, I like them on Pimp. I guess you can sell them for good. Well, what would a dozen of quail eggs cost? I mean, because regular eggs are like for a dozen is like almost $4. What you
Okay.
doing for mod status? God dang it! You
Does
a
it
mod
say
now?
Ghost Story Night?
Well, yeah, Ghost Story Night. Yeah, it's got a creepy picture.
Oh yeah. Uh-oh.
I thought it was normal too. All right, Kill, how you blue now? When I changed everything over and took all my mods out, I had to wait for
I
people to
lost
come
you,
back to the mod.
Jackie.
What do you mean lost me? Just turn the camera back on, Mom. She'll be back.
Mm-hmm. She pops in and out. She's been popping in and out since was
Where's
behind
she?
stage.
The whole like live stream thing. There she is. Or maybe
Mm-hmm.
it's not her. Maybe somebody else. It's my mom. Yeah.
Oh,
Hello, you're back. Don't touch it. Don't
can
touch.
everybody see me all right?
Yes, we
Yeah.
can see.
Yes. And now I can type. We're good.
Why?
I'm
What
not
you
cut off.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how much Quail Lakes sell for, but if they are pretty penny, then we gonna sell them.
I don't need my glasses on.
Grill some up.
You need to bring that one lady on that I almost peed my pants. She's funny as a whole hoot.
Patty?
Yeah.
Well, what do you mean, Hensley?
Honey,
No
can I have
mercy.
a couch pillow?
Patty is a mess.
I told her to stop saying I couldn't stop laughing.
But she couldn't stop sharing the video. She kept telling Eli, play it again, play it again.
No, I said, don't play it. I can't take another one. Now I can type.
Yes, I can believe it. Which piano you going? My piano?
All right, brother.
I said hi to the boys, honey. I got my new keyboard, Jackie.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's all metal. I love it.
Who got you going up on their panel?
He hooked up to your phone.
Whose live stream you gonna be in? Or did I send him a link? Oh, on Adventures. Nice.
Yeah,
When does that start?
I remember him. I remember when he first started YouTube.
I haven't heard from him in a while.
Yeah.
Right.
I used to see you shit all the time. When you posted these videos.
You're welcome, Bad.
It says, you're now
Wait,
a moderator.
Is that Michiganer Man Rob? No,
Is
he
it
didn't tell
BMR?
pictures.
He's the one that
Rob
had
who?
the X mask, black mask. He goes so
No, the Unknown Ventures wear a mask.
with the X.
Not that I know of, not unless he started.
What's up, Grady?
Hey, Teddy.
Would you lay down, Rags? You're really getting on my damn nerves. Huh? Doris, what's up, my sister?
Nana, I love you.
I love you more.
There's another Nana in the chat, Mom.
Oh, okay.
That's Nana Doris, Mama. Nana Doris. I always tell her that's what I always tell her every time she pops in. Hey, Nana Doris, I love you.
Aw, that's cute.
28. Why do I know 28 Paranormal? I'm sending
That
you
name
again.
sounds familiar. They haven't been. I don't think they've been on YouTube that long. I don't know. I'm not sure. I
No, they
remember
are.
that name too.
I need to do an interview with them. I know they are. I know they are.
Mhm.
Oh, Sam, I'm gonna send it to Twitter.
Do you ever go on with Eli anymore?
Yeah, tomorrow we go live. Where is he? I don't know why that link didn't work. I'm really confused by all of it.
I said it didn't work for me neither. It took me to the ending of our live from last night.
Hush.
Am I allowed to tell everybody about my Twitch account?
You're good. Blow it up.
You drop the link.
Why can't I find him?
Teddy, I don't know if he's got Twitter or not. He might. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Might have to send it on to him in Messenger.
Messenger, yeah.
Mm.
Enough. Why don't you get your pajama? Oh, you did okay. That's enough. No, she's so annoying right now.
Yeah, you're gonna
Now,
get
now let me see your little dog because your picture's bigger.
Oh, she wants to see
Brenda?
Casper again.
She wants to see Casper again? There, Casper.
Y'all, if the link ain't working that you're trying to come up with, let me know. I'll send it again. Sam, I'm sending yours right now, bro.
Casper, put
Brenda,
your
I
head down.
have you on my computer and I can see better. Oh, look at him.
Thank you, Kim.
Aw, hi, Casper.
Okay, Kelly. Okay, that works, Kay. That works. Yeah, when you got time, bro. We're gonna try to do them once a week.
He's adorable.
Like something like this.
He's
having fun,
rotten. He is rotten.
just like all the puppies here, all rotten.
They are
Mhm.
children with fur.
I know.
Pretty much.
Why you think I need to get a bigger bed? They don't like it when I put them down on their bed. They don't like it very much. Like, lady, I'm coming right back up as soon as you fall asleep.
Pretty much.
They all up in the bed with me and Jason.
Let's let Brenda
Wait.
start.
Hold on. What, Mom?
Let Brenda tell a story first.
Hold on. This
Well,
is
I
your
can,
story.
I could tell a story. Sam! Hey, brother.
What's that?
What's up? Mama, this is Sam.
Hi.
Tennessee.
Tennessee.
How you feeling, Sam? Are you
Look.
feeling better?
I got 4 spoiled as hell. I tried to sell them all. I only could sell one. I do need a bigger bed, Greg. You right? You got I need 4 puppies and and Jason. I need a big bed, like 2 kings put together. I don't. Stop that. Rags, I swear to God. Rags. Stop it, boy. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down, boy. Let's see. Get a bigger. Yeah, I know, right? Did Jax? Did you try the link? I don't know if I have to. That's weird. I sent them all at the same time too.
Yeah, it said it ended 2 hours and something ago.
Yeah, that's what it said to mine on mine too.
I'm quick, y'all. Boom! I did that live. Y'all didn't know it.
I had to go back and look. I was like, I just thought I saw the notification a while ago.
And look, I did that live real quick.
Yeah, I did. Oh, Jax reminded me. The spoons in the tenderizer.
Yeah, you better go get your stuff,
Bam,
bro. You better
bam,
go get
bam, bam.
your I said,
I said
Brenda's
I
your
said I was going to
address.
behave. I'm going to behave.
Hey, I didn't start it. Jax did.
I sure the hell did.
No, the other Jax.
Terrible
he
underworld.
trouble with me and Jax up there. There were 2 Jaxes, double trouble.
Yep.
Jax, did the link work? Oh, you're still at work? You're probably still at
No,
work.
he said he got off at 8 o'clock. Wait, I don't know what's the time difference for them with us? I'm not sure.
Paranormal
Jax?
Underworld.
Because he's in Massachusetts.
Yeah, he's an hour ahead of me.
Yeah, so he's
It's 8:30. It's 8:25 for him over there.
Jax, I would never say you're bad influence, but Brenda might say that. But me, I would not say something like that because that would be not good on my points. I've known you the longest here, okay? Yeah, Jax, you can be bad influence. I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna say Jax, you know what? We all friends here. We all friends here. We all know what the hell we all do. Shawnee, what's up, girl?
Hey, Amethyst.
I'm just waiting for people to pop in, so the ones that with the links, make sure it's working. How's Chan doing today, Sam?
She's doing good. She's been gaming all day. Well, not all day, but for a couple hours.
Gaming, I know she does.
Yeah,
Daniel,
she liked it.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Heck, no, they ain't.
Gaming's good.
Does she do Twitch?
Yeah, she does Twitch. She was doing it on her YouTube channel today, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's hooked up with a group called God Mode.
Check it off. Oh, what did I do? How did I do that? Did I hit that?
Yeah.
I am hitting it.
Oh, Jason.
Hey.
Oh, there it goes. It's gone. Girl, turn around.
Y'all.
Hey, how long? What's going on, Jason, brother?
I lost
How long
my
are we
hair.
planning on? I do like it. Long.
Not as long as she won't let me get it past the middle of my back. Look at that look.
Well, see, you got to let it get it past the middle of his back because by the time you braid it, it'll shrink up.
Look, as soon as I finish his hair tomorrow, I'm going to take it all the way up. Take it all the way up. That way he has just the hair in the back, and I braid it on the back, and it'll grow. It'll grow, but I got to cut it.
I'm using that mane and tail and put it up in a ponytail where it pulls it. It's getting.
Did you get the organic one?
I didn't get the organic. I got the moisturizer. It's the original formula with the moisturizer in it.
What's up, Ron?
Hey, Ron, what's up?
Hey, brother.
You're not late, Twan. You're not late. People just floating in still.
Nobody's
Yeah.
voices are matching with their mouth.
Hummer?
Nobody's voices are matching with their mouth.
Well,
that's not good.
sometimes.
Yeah, it'll be a little bit of a lag.
Sometimes I think YouTube does that. I don't know why they do it, but I think they do it. I think they do it.
I need to drop my.
Yeah, y'all mods in the chat. Drop y'all's links. What, baby?
Are you making me work now, Jax?
We got 15. Sissy, we got 15 in chat.
You're making me work now.
Chat. Make sure you do your job by smashing the like button, Daniel. Tell people to smash the like. Yep. Comment too, bro.
That way I can see the chat. I got it pulled up on my computer too, because
It's hard. I know. Like it rolls faster on my phone than it does here on YouTube.
Yeah, it's the way my iPad is. I can watch it over here good on my iPad, and then it's slow.
It does. It like on my phone, it fluently goes, you know. But on this, I gotta wait for it to pull up.
it is lagging really bad. Just let you know. If I'm watching it on my computer, but I'm looking at my phone, and it's lagging really bad.
The hell? Maybe it'll catch up.
What's going on, Bad Medicine? What's up, Twan?
Hey,
Tony,
Twan,
my
hey,
homegirl. What's
Tony.
good?
Hey, Tony.
Homegirl in the house. What, Ron? I ain't got no attitude. Shit. Mom, he already trying to get me in trouble. They need to go outside. Babe, they need to go outside. Give me that towel. I'll put it right there. I know, like it. Hold on. Hold on, legs. Don't even bother using the mop. Grab that. It's been almost 2 hours. Oh, hey, Rain, go out too, because Judas isn't here. The floor's moving. The puppies are on the run. There they go. I got a whole desk now to get down. Can't get me in trouble, Ron. I didn't do nothing yet. Can you see chat, Mom?
Yeah, I'm looking. I'm reading it. Everything.
Yeah, Ron's trying to get me in trouble. He says, "Do you hear Lady Jackson's attitude?" I don't got an attitude. What are you talking about? Oh, Ron trying to listen to the neighbors are fighting.
What's up, Gail?
Hey, Gail, how you doing? Dang, 16 people up in the house, people.
Mm-hmm. I think we got enough people to start, to be honest with you.
We do. I'm just going to start. Shoot. All right, guys. So that's my mama. Y'all know Brent. Y'all know Sam. And I've got some more people coming up the panel when they get the let out. But last time we interviewed my mom about, her ghost stories. And a lot of you are like, oh, my God, I want to hear more and more and more. She got some creepy ones. So what's up, David?
What's up,
Thank
David?
you for coming. Well, sure, I gotta have an attitude. Great, I gotta deal with all you people. Look, just playing. I love everybody. So first of all, Mom, how long you been seeing ghosts, spirits, whatever you want to call them?
Since I was a kid.
Okay. And when did you experience like your very first like holy crap, it scared the crap out of me?
An apparition?
Okay. Yeah, and then I'll ask you about something that Papa came and took you out of a house. Thank you, Gail.
15 or 16.
Tell them about the house you were babysitting in.
Oh, Sally used to babysit.
Oh, Aunt Sally. What's up, Hensley?
Hey, Hensley.
What's up, Hensley?
A house up at the end of camp, and she had this big picture window and a rocking chair in it. And there was a basement downstairs, and the lady died, and Sally would go by, and she'd see her in the window. Well, when she babysat, she'd hear all this stuff in the basement, and she'd call Dad, and Dad would go up there and say, "There's nobody down there. There's nothing there." As soon as he left, it started again. And you could go by and see her rocking in her rocking chair in the window at night. The creepiest thing I ever saw.
Now, did Pop go over and go down in the basement and then take you out the house when you heard that stuff? Didn't Pop come over? Because Aunt Sally said she was hearing the house where Papa went in.
Your grandpa, yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that the same house?
Yes.
So that was the woman. She was actually she already died, and that you saw her rocking in the chair.
Yes.
But she was not alive.
No.
Oh, she
was long gone.
Sam, you know what happened? We see someone rocking chair in the window. Get your damn camera out. Get your damn camera out.
Right.
You got a hot GoPro on hand. I'm telling you, back east, they got some very creepy stories. Very creepy stories. I mean, I can remember stories that she told me as a kid, just like, like the lady with the baby. Mom, I was trying to tell Brenda with the lady with the baby.
Oh, at the old Grange Hall. Yeah. We went up there and we're all sitting out waiting to see something, and it got really windy. It was always windy up there, and it got pretty still. And this lady rose right up out of the grave, walked a little bit, went down in another grave, come up holding a baby, and walked right through the walls of the old Grange. It was a church.
Holy cow.
I'll never forget it. I don't know if it was her baby. I don't know anything about it, but I know what I saw.
Restart your phone. I did. Oh shit.
See, I would love to be able to catch something like that.
That's a holy grail on video, like literally.
That was something, boy.
But they didn't have like. I'm sure you guys had video. Well, how old were you, Mom?
15, 16?
I don't think they had video cameras back then.
No.
No.
Not even those big old box camcorders.
Yeah, I think back then they did.
TV.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you
I
pop
didn't have any, so.
Just try. I think the TV's on, baby. Try to turn it on. Don't hit that first. Try to turn TV first. If it doesn't come on, then do that. Yeah, she grew up in that campground. Camp Watchung. It's not there anymore. The only thing there is yeah, that mirror. Mm-hmm. There's always something in that mirror. Kids don't like that mirror. I'd hang it up in my room. I got a problem with the mirror, but kids do.
Oh, that gold.
That could have been my grandson came behind.
That's an evil mirror.
No.
It creeps me out.
See? Nobody likes my little mirror. It's beautiful.
Amethyst, yeah, I agree.
Keep it fun. All right, I'll be right back. I'll get this cam to turn off. Nope, turn back on again. What? What is that?
So the first time I ever like really experienced the ghost is the trailer that I had gotten. I was living back behind one of my friends at the time. But the trailer that I had gotten, her father passed away in that trailer. Well, I was going for training in North Carolina, and it was like probably about 1 o'clock in the morning, and I got awoke by something kissing me on my forehead. And it felt like something was just literally they planted their lips on my forehead. And I opened up my eyes, and I'm like, what the hell? I opened my eyes. There was nobody in the room. I didn't see nothing.
That's crazy.
Talking about coming up out of that bedroom. I come up out of the bedroom and went over across the way, knocking and screaming on their door. And I told him what happened. She goes, oh, don't worry about that. That's just Daddy. I said, Daddy, hell, leave me the hell alone.
Right.
She said I was every shade of white that night when I come into her house.
That startled you.
It did. It did. I wasn't used to that kind of stuff. I believed in spirits and stuff like that, but I'd never had any experience with them at the moment.
Well, when I done my first video a couple of years ago, I was using my phone on GhostTube. I was recording it. I didn't pay for GhostTube, so I had to record every minute, because it would let you record up to a minute, and you had to redo it again. And this was 90 degrees outside in the summer. I was standing under a tree. No wind was blowing. I even panned the phone up to the trees. There was no leaves was blowing, and then all of a sudden, I felt a cold breeze go right by my arm.
Mm. No way to explain what it was because there was no wind blowing.
There was no wind. 90 degrees outside in the summertime.
Wow.
And then here comes
things happen.
Cold breeze goes right by my arm.
Yeah, now Doris, I remember you telling me about some of the haunted houses you used to live in. And let's see, Twan said my first experience ghosts when I used to talk to them when I was like 14 to 16 years of age. That's my only experience.
I used to see dark shadow figures when I was younger, when I lived in Florida.
That's nuts. You don't see him anymore, Twan, just when you were younger? Or maybe you just don't want to see them? Usually when you see them younger, you see them older.
Yeah.
Unless it was something, you know. I don't know. I guess. I can remember every house we've lived in has always had spirits. Whether they follow where they come from, but I do know that after my grandma died, and my mom can attest to this, we went. No, just when we were younger. My grandma used to stop at the same store, and we went grocery shopping. And I swore to God that I saw my grandmother pushing a cart. I ran up and down every single aisle I could, and she wasn't there. She looked at me, she smiled, and just went on with the grocery cart. Remember that I told you that, Mom, when I was 16?
Yep, I do.
That was her.
Before
She
I
was
started,
shopping, but
before I started my YouTube channel, I was sitting out here scrolling through my phone, and I just happened to look up. It was dusk. It was during the summertime. It was nice outside. Like I said, it was dusk. I was scrolling through my phone, just happened to look up, and I saw a white apparition out here in the backyard come out from behind a tree. And I could tell it wasn't a real person because it doesn't have that stride like a real person has. It floated across the ground with long black hair and like a Victorian style nightgown. And it just faded out. It made me get up out of my chair and walk to the back part of the property of the fence to see.
I bet. Yeah, I don't know, Mom. I still think that little boy and that little girl, they follow us everywhere. I do. I don't know why. They're always, no matter what house we've ever moved in, they're here. And I do know the spirits follow you. I think that me and my mom being mom figures, I think that that's why they did. Now, they don't necessarily talk, but they're here.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, cemeteries. I mean, me and my mom were, when I was younger, my mom and I, let's go drive through a cemetery. We drive through cemeteries, and you know what? One time we parked, and we parked over, like, there was, like, it was up on a hill. And remember those, like, it was etched out ground, Mom? Remember?
Yep, I do.
And I swear to God, you could see coffins through the etched out ground. Like they were excavating. Yeah, it was, yeah. I mean, in this house, like, it's lived in. I don't say my house is haunted because it's not haunted. It's just lived in. Just, if you have spirits in your house.
That doesn't mean it's a haunted house. You know, they're with you.
Nothing to do about it.
No.
Well, I also think, in my opinion, and like I said, this is my opinion, and everybody's got their own. But I think some spirits, they're like travelers. You know, they just kind of come through, and then they kind of they're there for a minute, and then they're gone. You know.
Sure.
Yeah.
You can't. You know, it could be a loved one checking up on you, making sure you're okay. You smell like a certain perfume, or you hear a noise that you know it's them. Like, you know, that's the only way. You know that's what they did in when they were here.
Yeah.
Tell them when you and I were both in the opposite ends of the house in the shower. That's Paula.
I never told anybody about this one. The only way to wake up from it is prayer. Yeah, you can get sleep paralysis from that, Shawnee. And that's scary when you're scared so bad that your body cannot move. That's the scariest shit, I'm telling you. It's happened to me a few times when I was a kid, when I was younger, like 18, 19. It happened to me a few times. Well,
a white dot there. I don't know what it was.
The kids already went to school. I have 4 kids. They were teenagers, already gone to school. The room I'm in is where my mom had her room, and down the end of the hall, I had my room. So she was in her shower here. I was in my shower down there. We were getting ready to go shopping that day. And next thing you know, you hear the speakers on the computer that was sitting in the middle. It was a big, Windows, like those old Windows Mac computers when they first came out.
Yeah.
The speakers were so loud. I mean, it was blaring, and the song "Hey Paula" was playing. You know, so I'm talking about that old song, "Hey Paula," that one. Okay, so I come out of my bathroom, she come out of her bathroom. We're looking at each other, going, "Did you do that?" Nobody did it. It took me 15 minutes to go through the playlist that we had on there to find that damn song. Now, I don't know. What did let Mom talk about 611? Mom, do you know anything about 611 and Wigwam Road?
Wigwam? No.
What's that one?
What's Wigwam? What's Wigwam Road?
I don't know. What's
I'm gonna show you guys a picture that I caught at St. Barnabas graveyard in North Carolina.
Oh, neat. Yeah.
Go back in again. Go out, hit the Smart Central, and go to have your brother help you.
Now,
Oh, here comes Jack.
That's been enhanced from the original photo. And the original photo, all you can see is this. Hold on, let me get my finger right. This woman right here.
Wait, you see this photo? You better get close to the camera and see this one.
Wait a minute, I'm coming. Let me sit up.
Yep, I remember that picture.
Where'd Jax go? I lost him.
What's she doing?
Wait. Brandon got to come back up. Jax, come back up. I lost you. Do you see the spirits, Mom?
Yeah.
They weren't in the first picture.
Wow.
That was pitch black.
It was dark.
No light. Yeah, let me get the original, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Brandon, pop back on. Jax, come back. I don't know what happened. I lost him. The first picture had nothing there. Nothing. Literally, you saw the picture. There was nothing there.
Yeah,
No,
this is the first picture. There's nothing there.
Why are you going so high?
Yeah, there's nothing there.
Has nothing to do with that.
That's
I don't know what's
something,
going on
boy.
with this thing. I don't know what's going on with this thing. I never have trouble with this laptop. All right. Brenda,
Well, now I can't find the original picture.
Jax, Badge's Dream.
Oh, here it is.
Hey,
Here's the original picture right here. All you can see is, where'd I go? Oh, all you can see is, that's the original.
You see it, Mom?
Yeah, I do.
So that was cool. That was a good catch.
I don't know. But Mama, down away from you, Jax, that's the other Jax. When we both on panel, it's double trouble. Yeah.
Then when you got me, it's a
Then
bonus.
Jax Brennan the bonus, and then Sam just goes, what?
right.
Are you fixing it? Okay, I don't know. Tell the plaintiffs to have it for now then. I'll fix it in a minute.
You were really
I don't know.
lucky to get that picture.
Yeah, it was.
That's really a good find.
I protect those pictures with my life.
Yeah.
What's he talking about? Juice filling?
Good night, Bad Medicine.
Good night, Bad
See.
Medicine.
Good night.
Nana Doris wants to know if you got the pics of her spirits that she sent.
Where'd you send it to? Messenger? Where'd you send it to, Doris? So I can show it.
Oh, I'm gonna show you another picture too. This was also caught.
What do you need?
This
Can
was
you use your
floating,
head?
this was floating right by his head.
Don't lose that piece off.
Don't lose that piece off the microphone, Quinn. What is that?
Oh, wow.
Hmm.
Jack stuff. Brenda went, huh?
I don't know if I still have it, Doris. Did you send it to Twitter? Well, Grady, I sent you a link, bro. Hit the link.
Here's another one right here.
That actually looks like a skull, don't it?
Yep.
Yes, it does. It does.
Yeah, it sure does. Look at the
That
eye
was-
sockets.
That was
Yeah.
coming out of the church.
Wow, that's a good one too.
Yep.
That was at a
And she said
church?
she'll send it to me.
That was coming out of the church, yeah.
Yeah, I'm
And-
telling you, that
and
church is active as hell, sissy. Wait, you just wait.
like I
Oh,
said,
they burned it
this was pitch black at night. There's no lights on. I didn't. When I take my pictures, I take them at night. It's got night mode on it.
Uh
So I don't use a light at all.
huh.
She sent it to your messenger, Teddy.
I just sent it again. You know, sometimes people get pictures and they don't even know. Like, I heard the story. I heard somebody say that when you become a paranormal investigator, hey, stop it. You go back and look like old family photos, like the black and white ones, to actually see if you caught a ghost. Because you know those photos back then. I mean, my mom has a box full of old black and white photos. I'm about ready to go through some, see if there's any ghosts in those pictures.
I've been watching.
Did you
I watched a long time paranormal investigator. He's going back to taking photos with Polaroids because Polaroids will catch stuff our modern cameras won't catch anymore. That's the reason that you see a lot of those Fuji Polaroid cameras sell like hotcakes now that they come out with. And
Oh,
they're
yeah.
inexpensive. They're like $35
Expensive
for
too. They're not. Nope, they raised them. Fuji cameras are not cheap. Those little like same with Polaroid cameras. I looked at one. I was like, they weren't even expensive in the '80s. But it's a hot commodity now.
yeah.
A lot of people use Polaroid cameras on their investigations, or those. There's another one of those things. It's a mini camera, and the film comes out at the bottom instantly. A lot of people use those too.
The Fuji Intax or something like that.
Yeah. Going to Antelope Poconos, Mom. You know we know the Poconos, right?
Yeah.
Antelope.
What was
Going
that?
towards. What's going towards Antelope? Wait, I gotta go back. What do you say?
Antelope.
Oh, they
Yeah,
have
and
raised
look-
the price of them.
We used to live in the Poconos.
Canadensis.
Oh, Canadensis. That's what I was trying to figure out, Ron. I forgot it was Canadensis. Jax, you got some cool ghost stories too. You've seen some shit, bro. You've seen some
Okay, Gail.
stuff you can't see, Jax. I know you have.
I've got all kinds of freaking, not necessarily stuff that I've seen, but stuff that I've experienced.
So tell us a story, Jax.
Mom, Jax
Well-
has been doing this for like 30 some odd years, just to let you know. He's been doing it a long time. We're like
Well, let's hear
we're the
some.
oldest ones. Go ahead, Jax, spill it.
Well, I was investigating S.K. Pierce Mansion in Gardner, Massachusetts. And I had a buddy of mine that came up from California as a guest investigator, had never done it before. So I paired up with him. And he completely knocked it out of the park. I expected him to run. No. Anyways, we were on the third floor. We came down the third floor. We're coming across the landing to another set of stairs. It was 6 steps, and then there's another landing, and then the long main staircase down to the first floor. Well, he said something, and I went to go turn around to say something back to him. And all of a sudden, I just went, boop, right off the steps. I went down all 6 flights of stairs, My feet never hit. I hit the back wall. My back embedded into the wall. The molding at the bottom was sticking out about 1.5 inches. Went right into the small of my back. Probably could have broke my back. Less than a week later.
It could have killed you.
Yeah. A week later, not even a week later, maybe like 4 days later, 3 days later, I had a handprint right there.
Oh, wow.
Clear as day. I was pulled completely off those steps.
Wow. That's
Hey, Christina, baby.
We took Stranger Tuesdays, but that's Jason's grandmother's plot. Be the yeah, Mom.
yeah. Yeah.
Something happened kind of like that to my mom, Jack, but not thrown. But it was a very weird situation. We still to this day cannot explain it. Okay, so I was 15, maybe 14, 15. My brother was 13, 14. And you know, back in the day, you made those homemade teeter totters, put a rock in the middle. You know, you teeter totter like that. Well, my grandmother she had Alzheimer's. So it was beginning stages, so she still she knew who she was. So, okay, Sam. Okay.
Okay. Gotcha.
She said, "Let me get on that with y'all." I said, no, Nana, if you fall, I'm gonna get in trouble. She goes, "Don't you tell your Nana something." I said, "Okay, sure." She gonna whoop my ass if I tell her no. So she got on. She fell off. She broke that arm. I said, "I told you I was gonna get in trouble." So she gets a cast put on her arm, and now, mind you, I shared a room with my Nana. Okay, we had a big room, and we had a big queen size bed. And she had put a cast in her arm from here to here. She broke it. And she comes into my mom, and what did she say to you, Mom?
She's rubbing her arm. You can hear her. It's dark. We're in bed, and I said to my husband, my mother's at the foot of the bed again. It would creep me out. She'd be rubbing her arm and rubbing her arm. I said, "Mom, where is your cast?" Charlie took it off. Charlie was her husband, my dad, which died before her.
Lori.
And
Lori
took her back to the hospital, and they put a tighter one on her wrist so she couldn't get it off. He came and took that one off. Now, how do you explain that?
But the weird one is, how did she get the one off from here to here?
Yes.
He doesn't know how. And that's not even the weirdest thing. Where the hell the goddamn casts go?
Yeah, we never
nowhere
found
in the
it.
house. And we had to have a lock on the top of our door because she would get out and go walking. So there was a lock that she couldn't open. There were 3 casts put on her arms. Not one damn cast could we find.
They were
Not
all
one.
gone, just gone.
They were gone. They were in the house. Oh, we looked in our beds, we looked in closets, we looked in drawers. We tore that house up for some damn casts, and they were not in the house. They were not in the house. And then I had to sleep, and I'm like, "Mom, no, I'm on the back bedroom." She goes, "No, you're gonna be." I'm like, "No, I'm on the back bedroom. There's some shit going on. I don't want to be over here. I want the back bedroom." But I can't explain that to this day. I don't know where those casts went. And those casts, "Joshua, my brother, how are you?" I just, there's some things that
You
I
can't
don't know.
explain
Maybe
it. There's no explanation for it.
I don't know where the casts went. And the doctor did not know how she got it off her flipping arm. I mean, she had skinny arms, but you can be a skinny arm and have a cast not fall off. The cast did not fall off.
It was very tight around her wrists. So to get it up over here, he doesn't understand how she did that.
And then when he put it over the elbow and that one came off, he's like, "No, that's impossible. It's not impossible."
All 3 of them disappeared.
And I don't know I do not want. Yeah, well, come on, Ron. You want to do the circle of death? I'll do it with you. Come on, Ron. Yeah. So we're gonna make a big circle on the bridge, right? We're gonna bridge, and me and Ron, y'all up. Brandy, you want to do it too? We gotta face back each other. Y'all gotta face out each way. And the first one leaves the circle of death has like bad luck, pure bad luck. The last one has really no bad luck at all. I'll just circle of death. I ain't scared. Shoot. I'm glad you came in, Joshua. I'm glad you came in. I don't know, I was telling Brenda a day before we started doing this. I told Ma, who was it? The one that was it? Who lived in the trailer and then her husband got in a car accident, but he came in the house? Who was that? It wasn't Aunt Sally.
No.
Now I'm gonna make
Car
her think.
accident?
Yes, when her husband got in a car accident. Remember? She said, okay, so the story goes, maybe she remember. My mom said she knew a lady and they were what?
Sissy, great. Teddy's in the background.
It wasn't family, it was a friend.
Yeah.
And
It was
she thought her husband had come home from work because she seen something walk down the hallway, close the bathroom door, and they flushed it. He had never come home. He was in a car accident and he died. So how do you explain that?
That was her husband that came in the house.
Yep.
But he wasn't there because 5 minutes later she got a phone call saying that her husband was in a fatal accident. And she goes, that's not possible. My husband's here. So she goes to look through the house and they were in a trailer. She got to the back of the house. There was nobody there.
No.
Hey, Mom, you never play with a Ouija board.
No, I won't touch one.
And why won't you touch a Ouija board, Mom? What happened with your Ouija board experience?
Oh, my goodness.
Go and tell them, Mom.
Many years ago, a bunch of our friends got together and we were going to hold a seance. You know, we were in our 20s. We wanted to have fun. So we all got together and we had the candles and we had the salt ring and whatever we put down there. And we're all sitting there and they're doing all the talking and I'm just saying, yeah. They had a big picture window in the front of the house. I watched that glass blow right out of the window. And before we were done, it came right back into place again. I would ever have anything to do with a Ouija board. Never.
That's why I wouldn't touch one.
So what could cause that?
I don't know. I've thought about that over years. What would cause was
I know what I saw.
Well, how would you explain that, Jax? I mean, she saw the picture, the glass window go out, but come right back in. How do you explain that? I mean, that had to be something pretty powerful to do something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, she knows what she saw, but then again, everybody there saw it, but nobody ever believed them because that's kind of hard to me, it's hard to believe, but stranger things have happened.
Maybe we imagined it. I don't know, but I know what I know what I saw. Maybe we were so scared. I don't know.
How many people?
Maybe
6 of us.
And all 6 of you saw the same thing?
Yep.
I don't think it was all in your head.
Normally, Mom, when 2 people say, 3 people, okay, 6 people saw the same thing. It wasn't unimaginable, Mom.
But what would have caused that to go out and shatter and come right back perfectly, you know?
What do you want?
Teddy's in the background again, Sissy.
I know, I'm pulling him up. Come on. I had him up there before. You must have dropped down again.
Does he
I don't think his signal's that strong.
Hold on a second, guys. He's up there.
Yeah, it's showing that he's up there.
Honey, honey.
Does he have his camera on?
He tried to call me, but I'm using my phone for this live tonight because it wouldn't pull up through email. I don't know. It's showing that he's up there, but it's not showing nothing.
He's blocked.
Is it showing his name at all?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's showing
No.
his name.
It's almost like in the settings, he has to turn his camera on.
He might have to turn his
Something.
camera on, yeah, in the settings.
It's
Why is that?
so what do you think could have caused that?
Whatever that was like, it had to have been an abundance of energy to do something like that.
A lot of it. A lot of energy to do that, Mom.
Yeah.
Who are you guys? Who are you trying to talk to through the Ouija board?
Well, they wanted to talk to our family that had died before us. And we didn't talk to anybody that we knew. I didn't know any of the voices I heard. And it was just damn creepy.
I don't know why they're doing that.
See, here's the thing with Ouija boards. The thing is that a lot of people think it's the same exact thing as if you were using a digital recorder and trying to communicate that way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but I tend to think that it's a lot more. I don't think it's the same. I mean, you get the argument, okay, if you're using a digital recorder, you're hearing voices come across, how do you know that it's whoever that you're trying to get in touch with and not someone that's mimicking? You don't.
That's right.
But at the same time, you do know the person's voice that you're trying to communicate with.
Yeah.
So
I think that board opens up a channel into somewhere where you shouldn't be.
That's what I believe also.
That's no man's land there. Stay out of it.
I mean,
And
yeah,
I've
like
seen...
Go ahead, Jackson.
I seen too many videos of people using Ouija boards, and there's always one thing that always seemed to be associated with Ouija boards, and that's Zozo. And I'm not playing with that.
Why would anybody want to conjure up Zozo? That makes no sense to me. Oh, let's conjure up a demon. Why would you want to do that? It's not a cool thing to do.
Like I said, that's messing with the unknown.
I was watching a video. I'm not going to say what channel it was because I no longer follow them because I think they're a whack job. But they were using a Ouija board alone, and they were asking, "What would you like?" Well, they asked, "Who am I speaking to?" And it spelled out Zozo. And he said, "Okay, what would you like to do to me?" And they said, "Kill you." It's like, no, I'm not watching this no more. And I clicked off of it, and I'm subscribed, and I clicked off.
Holy shit! Why would you want that?
I don't know.
That's playing with fire,
stupid.
boy.
That's just stupid. But see, like I said, you can buy this in the stores. You really can. It's a game board. That's what it's for. But it's the people that use it's their intent with that board, which gets them in trouble.
I don't like that it's in the child section. That's what I don't like.
I don't
either.
Milton
it's
Bradley.
Not a game to play with.
It's not. It's just like, you watch like these old, they talk about like, the black and white day when they had cameras and they did those old seances. I mean, even then, was that hocus pocus or was it real? I mean,
It could be because, why? Because okay. Do you remember the famous photo of the brown lady at Raynham Hall?
yes.
The woman coming down the stairs?
Huh?
Did you know they debunked that?
Did they really?
Yes. And that was how long ago?
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
How did they
Decades?
debunk it?
Or they determined they put it through a bunch of filters and realized that
Uh-huh.
it was completely 100% fake.
Oh, isn't that awful? Why
Well,
people have to?
you you can go back to like, okay, so when it's same thing, like faking shit, like, okay, when they said they found a Loch Ness monster in the Loch in Ireland, I mean, in Scotland, this man just took a little toy submarine, put a little dinosaur head on it, filmed it from a very far away, and there was Nessie.
Yeah.
Now, do I think that there is a dinosaur in the loch? I don't know. I mean, the loch is very deep. It really, really is. I think it could be like a giant like catfish or like when you see something, you're looking through those, the binoculars that they have now. Like, okay, so for instance, that guy that stays on the loch 24 hours a day, like he built his home in the loch, like in that little van, that RV. He's been there since forever. He's never really seen Nessie. Never. And he's on the water where Nessie is. I mean, would it be cool if it was a dinosaur? Oh yeah. Do I think it is? No. But it could be a giant eel they're seeing. They do have really big eels that they
What
swim
about
through the
Bigfoot?
water.
Do you believe in Bigfoot?
Oh yes, ma'am. There's your Bigfoot girl right there. Brenda hunts Bigfoot, Mom. She goes on Bigfoot hunts.
I believe in him.
I've been peed on by something.
Jack's
You
got
were peed
pee.
on?
Oh yeah, Jack's got pee on him from a Bigfoot. Yep, sure did.
Wow.
You ain't gonna catch Jackson Woods no more. He'll be like, woods? Nope. Camping, glamping, no woods. I ain't getting dripped on again. No. I'm with you, Jax. Look, Jax, we'll get to RV and we'll let Brenda and Jason and anybody else want to go in the woods going ahead. And when they go, we lock the door real good and they have to have a password to get back in because you never know Bigfoot may live with them. And I ain't trying to get eaten. Okay,
Jackson
what's the
goes down
password?
Bigfoot hunting.
I'm not, no. You can take Jason. My ass ain't going in the woods, Brenda. I told you no.
I was talking about Paranormal Underworld, Jax, not you.
What is that thing that flies?
I'll go back.
What is
I'd definitely
that
do it again.
monster that flies?
Mothman.
You talking about Mothman?
Mothman, yes.
Mhm.
I've never seen one.
That's
Either.
enough.
I don't want to see one.
Do
but
I believe?
I believe it. I've not seen it, but I believe it.
All right, Mom. Tell me about your encounter in the woods.
Which one?
What'd you see, Mom?
No.
She says nobody ever believed her, but she knows what she saw.
Well, so tell
Sure
us.
do.
He didn't have a pumpkin for a head, but she saw a headless
No.
horseman. You saw a Hessian. Yes, you did. I don't see why you couldn't have seen a Hessian. I mean, why not? You know what you saw, Mom. And even Pop wouldn't agree he was a cop and they would have Looney Tuned him off the force.
I don't
You
know
and
if
Pop
you've ever
knew
been in
you saw that.
Camp Watchung was over 1,000 acres, and it was all
Good.
evergreen trees, and the wind would howl through those trees. You could hear it. You could hear the trees just shuffling. I know what I saw.
There were
And I
Hessians,
wasn't-
Mom, who did exist, but
I don't know. My husband thinks I'm absolutely nuts.
They ain't gonna find me. They ain't gonna PM me and mark me. No. No. I mean, if you believe in Bigfoot, then you kind of have to believe in the Mothman. and the all kinds, like the swamp, we supposedly have a Bigfoot here. I don't know where, but we do. Dogman. There's a lot of cryptids out there that people have seen, and they know what they saw. So it's not exactly you're crazy. I mean, you know what you saw.
I
Bottom
sure
line.
do. Just
So,
like
I
when
mean-
when we were in the house that summer, and I know Pauline was in ours, my sister that passed. And she was a jokester. And we'd hear things rustling in the bedroom, things moving all over. I said, come on, Jack, let's go down there. I wouldn't go by myself. Sometimes I'd get a little spooked. So
She
I
dragged
drugged
my
her
ass-
back there with me. I said, Pauline, if this is you, turn that fan on. I had a little portable fan that sits on the dresser. Turn that fan on. We watched that button push in, and that fan turned on.
She's got some strong energy, Aunt Pauline. She does, Mom, because I'm telling you what, I put something down on the table, and I know I put it on the table, and next time I look, it's not on the table. She drives me crazy with that shit. I know it's her doing it. But they say the moth. A lot of people say, "Well, if you go to Mothman Museum, it's compelling. It is. I mean, you've got eyewitnesses, stories written down, police reports."
Who was that group of men that did that show?
What show?
There's a number
show?
of group of men that do a lot of shows.
Where the guy go, okay. What was his name?
Oh, Mountain Monsters. Yeah, see,
Yes.
that's like entertainment, more or less. I mean, I don't know if they really do see.
But they're talking about legends that have been seen by people, you know?
No, legend, sure, but Bigfoot, I don't think he growls like that, or Brenda would have heard it already. I do think that there's a lot of legends that people have seen that, just like the what in Louisiana, the Rougarou. I mean, they are very, very convinced that the Rougarou exists because it's somebody who died, or somebody how is it? No, they don't die. They just take over their body or something like that. I don't know. I mean, look, New Orleans, they
Crowley.
got a lot of it too.
Victor Crowley.
Chupacabra.
Chupacabra, yeah. There's a lot of like cryptids out there that you
Jackson's
can't.
laughing. He must think we're crazy.
No, ma, he crazy as that. Don't, ma, he just nuts we are. Because he goes out and hunts them, okay? Yeah, he's a ghost hunter, Mom. He goes out and he investigates ghosts. Yes.
How funny.
Jackson's been in some place. I have seen some of his videos going, you know what? I want to be a paranormal investigator, but not that bad. No. No. I've seen some of Jackson's videos, and like, when friend, look, you got to go back, like, watch them. I'll give you a few of them. You'll be like, what? No. Especially, okay, here's the thing. I want to go investigate places, but I don't think I can go in the dark. I'm going to need like a big beam of light. There will be no night mode.
You can't have a beam of light, Jackie.
I can have a beam of light, Mom. Okay?
Well,
I'm gonna have
see,
beam of light.
that's the thing is like when I go out investigating, and if it's pitch dark out, I don't have a flashlight. I don't have a torch with me at all.
That's because you're Mr.
Well, you
Paranormal.
should.
Well, there was another channel that I used to go out investigating with, and they would have this big ass flashlight. I'm like, what do you need that for? You don't need that. Oh,
You don't
we
need
can see
that.
where we're going. You look to the screen, and that's how you see where you're going.
Oh, no, it's not all that. I'd be like, no.
I mean, up here, I would take anybody that Jax, Brenda, anyone that wants to come up here, I'll take them out to places that you wouldn't expect to. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
Sissy, when you get here, we gotta start planning a trip. Save the money, go to Massachusetts, and then Jackson, you're gonna have to come down here. We're gonna have to go to Tombstone. That's all right, Grady. You in the chat, you here, bro. That's all good. Yeah, I definitely want to go to Tombstone. I really, really do.
Just take them to the square in Prescott where they hung all those people.
Hmm.
You know, at night, my mom and I used to live in Prescott. And we take walks at night because everything's lit up. Everything's just like lit up. Like tuck that thing, and they're getting to the cord thing. Tuck it way back.
Well, they had
I don't know how this.
hangings right in the courthouse in the square right there.
In the square. That's across from the palace, Moxuma. They're all the way up. The palace. There is no underground tunnels. I heard. I mean, under Prescott, there's supposed to be these underground tunnels. Kill Hut wants to go find them. I heard that they're all bricked up. There were underground tunnels. I don't. So at night, like you can see, like if you're just walking and like it's all lit up, the square's all lit up. It's all bricked all the way around the walk around it. You can see shadows of like the gallows. I mean, you can see like
That's
that
creepy.
was to hang somebody. I mean, we have seen like just shadows of like the gallows. Not like per se it's not there, but when you see it going around, you see some swinging, you're going, I ain't gonna look over there.
Night, Lori.
No. I'm trying to look. Night, Lori. There's just certain things you see that you try to explain, but there's no explanation. I mean, there's no explanation for something. Some things are just what they are, and that is it. Just like the thing that happened to you, Mom. You all saw it. That
Can't explain it.
Energy.
I would like to have an explanation for it. I would like to know what happened, but we never will.
It was a long time ago, Mom.
Yes, it was.
Very long time
I'm
ago.
70 now, and many years ago. Never mind over there, 71.
I mean, there's a section of land out here out this way. It's 200 acres, or 200 miles, I should say, and it's in the shape of a triangle. And it dates back to like the natives and the settlers when they first got here.
Oh, wow.
And the settlers
Wow,
were
Grady.
actually slaughtering the natives, the Wampanoags. And they ended up cursing this one piece of, it was a swamp. We call it the Hockomock Swamp. Well, in their native language, Hockomock means where the spirits dwell. And they cursed that land because legend has it that their wampum belt, which every tribe has, and they put their tribe history on the belt,
Mm-hmm.
it was taken and disappeared, and they don't know where it is. So until that belt, according to legend, until that belt is returned, they put a curse on this land. And everywhere within this 200-mile triangle is haunted. You get Bigfoot, you get UFOs, you got big black dogs with red eyes, you got snakes as big as stovepipes,
Oh, my God.
thunderbirds, you name it. I mean, I can even take everyone to Freetown State Forest, where there's been numerous sacrifices like Satanism and all that crap. And we can go camping out there and find out exactly what the hell's going on.
Yeah,
And this triangle
Shawnee.
is getting bigger. It's getting bigger.
Wow.
I do know that I've read several things on it. If you really go out and you desecrate native land, it's not a good idea. It's just not a good idea. Why would anybody want to do that in the first place? For these,
I was just going to say, who would want to desecrate stuff like that, you know?
Assholes. Just like David, he did a video in New York, I think it was in New York, if David's still in here, they what they did was they moved the headstones, but they didn't move the bodies. So these people are having picnics. I saw it. There's nothing there. They're having picnics and playing with their kids and sitting on this grass. Below them are all the coffins of these people. They found it way too much money to move the bodies, so they just moved the headstones.
Mm.
That's ridiculous.
That's awful.
I mean, yeah, it was in New Haven. Thank you, David. Yep, that was in New Haven. All the
See,
the stones are on a fence, but they didn't move the bodies. I guess it was too much money to move them. I don't know why they didn't move them.
There's a lot of places like that. They just build roads and houses right on top of them,
right over, yep.
Mm-hmm.
and it's wrong.
What about it? Oh yeah. I mean, I don't know how they get away with doing that. I mean, you're sitting there with your, loved ones having a picnic right over William, whatever. He's right below you. They didn't move the bodies. 10,000 bodies in unmarked graves. 10,000 bodies. That's a lot of people.
But you know what? Like we're in Texas, you're in Arizona. There's people buried all over these grounds, all over all these new homes. You don't know
Mom,
what's
but
under us.
10,000 bodies, Mom. 10,000 bodies. They didn't move them, Mom. They left them there under.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah, well, okay, so if you're out west, Mom, yeah, in the dirt, like, I don't know, typically anybody buried in my backyard. You're wagon training. When you fell off, when you got sick and you died, they buried you. They didn't
Right
go, well,
there's where they buried you. Yeah.
funeral home there, Bill. No, there's no funeral home back then. They buried you, made the mound, gave you a little cross, moved on your way. I mean, I don't know what's in my backyard. Don't. There's a lot of there's Indians. They have the Navajo here. The Navajo and what's the other one? I can't remember, but they're everywhere here. They're everywhere, and it's like when you go. Oh, so another one is like when you go to Jerome. That place, that whole town is haunted. The whole town. There's not one store in that place that's not haunted. Not one restaurant that's not haunted.
The haunted hamburger? Yeah.
Yeah, when you guys got that picture of the face with the microphone.
Yep.
She come home and showed it to me. I was like, get the hell out of here. It was a face.
Yep, it sure was.
Holy crap, we got a face. What's going
got a face?
on, Kitty?
What's up, Daddy?
What?
No, I don't see. Oh, there he is. Woo, he made it.
How y'all doing?
Doing
I'm
good.
good.
How about you?
Doing good.
Time to invest in a metal detector. I don't know. My daughter has a big giant, like a magnet, like about this thick. And she wants to drag it behind the truck in the backyard and see what she pulls up. I told her she might find bullets. Who you never know. You never know what you're gonna find in the ground out here. The grandkids digging the dirt out there and like, Nana, why are we finding seashells? I'm like, because one time Arizona was underwater. They don't understand that. They don't get it. We don't have oceans here. I said one time there was a long time ago, and there are seashells. Oh, I don't know what's in these mountains here. Yeah, no. Just like the superstition, the Lost Dutchman's mine. They're not gonna find it. They're not gonna find it. No, and people died to look for that. People have died looking for that treasure. They're not gonna find it. You know, they're not gonna find it. They die every couple of years. There's a death up there, looking for Lost Dutchman's gold. And maybe it's not there. Maybe it was just something he made up. I don't know. I don't know. But I do know that I know Bigfoot exists because, look, if spirits exist, why wouldn't Bigfoot exist? Too many people have seen him for him not to exist. And then when you get those same people, Jax, like we say, oh, there's no ghosts. That's only in movies.
Oh no.
They just don't want to see. That's my thing. Like my dad, total non-believer, total skeptic until one day. Got a front window in my living room. There's a big front window. And my dad was sitting on the couch watching TV. Well, he saw someone walk up, knocked on the door. My dad opened it up. He goes, no one there. I said, yeah, try that. I said, that happens about 15, 20 times a day. They walk up the front. You can see their whole body walk past the curtains.
The
But get to the
window,
door.
yep.
Nobody there.
No one there.
Nobody there. And it happens
Well, you'll hear the doorknob jiggle.
all the time. Yeah, there's nobody there. Every day, pretty much every day, a shadow walks past that window. I've learned, don't get my ass up. I know nobody's there. I'm not doing it. I used to get up all the time. Now I'm like, no, y'all can walk past the window. I'm cool. I'm gonna stay here because I'm tired to get my ass up to find that ain't nobody there. But there was somebody there.
So what have
When
you
you open the
guys
door,
seen?
Well, I told you, Mom, Jax has been doing this over 30 years. Long time.
I've seen too much. I felt too much. I heard too much, and
It's amazing
anyone,
what people hear and see.
yeah, I mean, when people say, well, they don't exist, well, prove to me they don't exist. 'Cause
Exactly.
I got proof that they do exist.
Jax, you said, didn't you say you were, I was trying to get on the computer at the time. Didn't you say you said you went to the woods? When you went to the woods, you went with the camera only. The infrared?
Yes,
No torch. Yeah.
right.
Makes a big difference.
It does.
Makes a
It does.
totally big difference.
Unless it's like a big time place where you know that there's a cliff.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. You're going to walk
fall
off.
off the cliff and you're done.
Yeah.
That's the only way I would bring a torch with me.
A lot of people are missing. I think I'm like you. I'm a woods man. I like going in the woods. I camp. Everything I do is outdoors. But what everybody's missing is behind the flashlight. Don't use a flashlight.
Yeah.
Because I think that might actually cause things to not show themselves as
It's
much.
possible.
They don't like bright lights.
They don't like bright lights.
Well, no, they like it.
Nothing.
Well, of course, they like dark. That's when you
Yeah.
see them. Like, I put I moved my bed not because of the story I'm going to tell, but just because I had to move my bed. I have one in the kitchen. He stands there and he kind of like, you know, when a kid plays peekaboo, they look in, they look out, they look in, they look out. I had a full conversation with this dude for like 10 minutes, going, yup, still see ya. Oh yeah, yep, still see ya. I mean, you're doing a real good job, but yeah, I can still see ya. I don't know if that's my uncle. I don't know if it's my Uncle Toonie or what, but he's here. I didn't know he was here because I never knew what he looked like. So if I don't know what he looks like, you know, I don't know who he was. That's my mom's brother. So he's here, and Grandpa's here a lot. Like Amber sees him behind me once in a while, and she goes, "You got a tall man behind you, salt and pepper hair." And you know, I'm like, "Okay." And I don't say yes, I say okay. And she was explaining everything. I'm like, oh, "Shit." I said, "That's my pops." And I think he watches to say, "What is this stuff? What are the screens?" Like, 'cause when he passed, there was TV, but nothing like this. Nothing.
They're curious.
Night, Twan. Coming, brother.
Yeah, I think they
how
are
are you?
curious. I believe that.
I wanted to talk to your mama a second if it was all right about the Ouija board.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Back when I guess I was 5 years old. My mom, how old are you?
71.
She's
Yeah, she's
71.
71.
Okay,
Thank you.
my mama's 72. My daddy was 73 when he died. But when the Ouija boards first come out, and they were really religious. Like they went, this is this is before ghost hunting, spirits, and everything. But they had went out and bought a Ouija board,
Uh-huh.
and they had brought it home. And this was after church. I mean, no, they were really religious. But this is when I was probably 5, and this is when I realized that there's something out there more than what than us walking, physically walking. But they had bought the Ouija board, brought it home after church. We used it, and here's the thing about it: we didn't put our fingers on the planchette. Because now everybody's saying everybody's putting their fingers on the planchette.
Put their fingers on it, yeah.
Yeah, and then everybody, I mean, I can understand that, but anybody can move that thing. We didn't have our fingers on the planchette. We had them. We were floating on top of the planchette, which I think the directions told us to do that. We were asking questions about people that like the people that were there, that only they knew. Now this is crazy to me. They knew the answer, and it was actually answering. It got to the point where everybody got so scared they burnt that son of a bitch. They said something's wrong with this shit. You know what I mean? It scared the piss out of them because they were asking questions and that was only their secrets, and they were asking ages of how old everybody was, blah blah blah, this stupid stuff. And our fingers never touched the planchette. We were following the planchette. Nobody could have pushed it. Nobody could have they had no control over it. Mm-hmm. But see, now when I watch people doing the Ouija board on the ghost shows and stuff like that, everybody's got their hand on top of it.
Their fingers, yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Anybody, it looks like they're all pushing the son of a bitch around to me. We did not do that. That was the first physical, spiritual thing that I've ever experienced in my life, and it scared
me. I guess that kind of makes sense, though, Grady. I mean, if you're gonna mess with a spirit board, right? And
don't
you put the planchette where it's supposed to start, right?
Yeah.
Why touch it? Why touch it? If it is in fact you're gonna get spirits, don't touch it.
You follow the planchette. If it takes your energy. If that's what it's working off of, everybody's energy, I understand that.
If it wants to move it, it doesn't need your hands on it.
Exactly. It moved itself. And that's what scared the shit out of everybody. It moved its damn self.
Yep.
And it was just crazy.
It's nuts to know that can do that.
Yeah. I think that's the real way a Ouija board is supposed to. If you're going to use it that way. Don't try to push it. Don't, you know what I mean? It just don't look right.
I mean, I've heard you can't, some of these boards you can't burn. I mean, I'm talking about some of these boards that they have. And I'm not talking about the Milton Bradley boards. I'm talking about some of these people have found boards like off eBay and all these like specialty Ouija boards that like have blood in them or like, bone in them and stuff like that. I'm talking like intricate Ouija boards. And there's some people that just draw their own with marker. There's some that things should not be opened. Some things should not be opened.
I wanted to tell you that too. Me and my cousin, who's my brother and my best friend all my life. Well, not all my life, but me and him drawed out a Ouija board one time because we were at a young age. We were into horror movies. We were into this. Oh
yeah, being dumb and stupid. I'm 50, so I know about those horror movies in the 80s. I know.
We actually drew out a Ouija board and made a paper planchette, and this is when we were listening to Black Sabbath and Ozzy Osbourne You know what I mean? Yeah, we were freaked out to start with. But me and my cousin, which was my brother, we made a board. We made a planchette. We got in a closet one time with a flashlight. And this is the last time I ever fudged with a Ouija board. Ever again. Before me and him could put our fingers on the the planchette shot to the back of the closet.
Time to live.
And that was
Mom. Here's
another-
one, Mom. Here's one for you. I was doing an investigation. Grady was on this investigation. Brenda and Huck were doing an investigation, and I came up in StreamYards like this to help them to see what I saw. So Grady takes me with himself into this little like opening, like I don't know what like a crawl space or something like that. So Grady gets up in there and he's got his camera pointed toward this thing, and we see this thing at the very end dipping in, dipping out, dipping in, dipping out. He gets Mama, we saw this thing, right? He gets out, he goes, "Damn, Jax, you know what happened?" I said, "Well," he goes, "I forgot to hit the record button." He didn't record the damn thing, Mama. He was so excited. He saw the thing at the end of the hall. He couldn't, but he goes, "Shit, Jax, I didn't record it."
I did that with
That's
Brenda.
What I saw. We gonna go to our graves knowing what the hell we saw. Fuck the recording shit. We saw it.
Yeah.
So
I saw it.
I don't know, Brent, if Grady sent you that video, but Grady, what's up with that house, bro? There's something in that house.
I don't think I sent Brenda that one.
Bruh, no,
yeah.
it just don't come up to red for no reason, and there's no electric in the house.
There's no electric in there. This is the crazy thing, and that's what I remember. I told you. I think something had whispered a portal. I don't know if y'all believe in that. I mean,
I told you there was a man that said, "Listen." Because I kept saying, "Can you talk to me? Can you talk to me?" He said, "Listen." That's what he said. Yeah. And I played it 4 or 5 times. I'll make it popcorn a little bit. I played it 4 or 5 times, and I heard it again say, it wasn't a mean, but it was just he said, like, "Listen." So you played it that many times and heard it? Red. It was peaking red several times, Brent. It was like there. You could tell that there was something in the house. So did you find out the story about the house? The first thing the only thing I know is it was the first brick funeral home. There you go. There you go.
And then it's been
what the funeral homes?
It's several things after that, but Jax, if I was there right now, I could cut that K2 meter on, and with no electricity on, and the cell phones don't work. Cell phones don't work in the house. You can go outside the back door, that door. It's so charged. There's something. It's very interesting because I got very little time to investigate it, and I'm going to. I mean, I don't know what but it is charged. Take a voice recorder in there.
I still think something followed Hawk from there. I do. I think something followed him from there.
He was in there? Oh yeah, I think something followed him. This is a different house, Brent.
This is a different house, Brenda. I'll have to send you the video. I'm sorry. I always send Hawk, and and y'all show each other. So I got to send it to you. Let you see it.
This video I'm talking about, Brent, this is in a completely different house he's doing. It wasn't a funeral. It used to be the very first brick funeral. But that other house, didn't I tell him not to touch that shit without no gloves on, Grady? Didn't I tell him that?
Yeah, you did.
There ain't no damn reason why there would be freaking peacock feathers and a friggin' ladder and a ritual on that shit if it didn't have something attached to it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I brought it home. Even that letter even went to say, we conjured up something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and you brought it home with you?
I carried it back.
She did.
And I'm talking about the actual plate.
What'd you do with that tea set? What'd you do with that tea set?
I put it back where it came from.
So thank you. I'm glad you did. Shoot, don't mess with that. Don't try to sell it.
There was some stupid shit going on.
It's worth some money, but don't.
That money, I don't like blood money.
Okay. All right. Look, that woman was something dangerous in that house. She was conjuring up it was an old tea set, like Grandma had the silver. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So in this this kind of tray with this teapot. It had this little bowl, like an offering bowl, and it had a ring box in it. And I bet you money there was a man's wedding ring in there. I bet you money.
At one time there was. Yep.
So it said in this letter that she conjured up something. And then it also said that they were sorry for doing it. But once you've done it,
Wow.
how you gonna be sorry? You knew what your intentions were. You knew what you were trying to do. She was a what did she say she was? A voodoo priestess?
Voodoo. Yeah.
Voodoo?
Oh, voodoo.
Yeah, Q, it did. I
Yep,
got a
voodoo.
helicopter on my head. Wait, hold on.
You got a helicopter.
Yeah, he's talking about the fan going because you can see the fan. That's because I'm sitting so low, Q.
Oh, Q said
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Watch your head, Brand. Watch your head.
Hey, Brenda.
You wouldn't have paid me enough money to take that piece out of that house.
I tried it, and I trust me. There's a lot I haven't said. There's a lot I haven't said because of
You
other
left it
people.
there right where it was. I hope you put it right the hell back.
Right back where it came from. Yeah.
So next people come through, they can take it.
I don't got pictures, so you're gonna have to like trust me on this. And if you don't, that's fine too. But my outside camera, which the whole time it's been sitting in this porch, my outside camera has been picking up how do you say it? See-through images that walk.
It's possible. I believe you. Look, those ring cameras, those cameras, people put up night trail cameras around the house. They do pick up stuff. They do.
They do.
You do get lucky. You do get lucky sometimes. Like I was telling, I think it was one live I was doing, Brenda. There was this guy had a ring camera, and they caught a horse. Now you could see through this horse. Well, across from their way, there was an old horse who died, and you could see the horse walk right past the fence, just walk like it was just a real horse.
It was transparent though. It was see-through, but you could see the image. That's what happened with that. Yep. So whenever
you could see right on the side of it.
Whenever I brought it home, you know, I'm Billy Badass now. I don't care anyway. You know, at the time. But whenever I set it outside on the porch, on my screened-in porch, and that whole 2 days.
What's his Jax? How do I get Q Messenger?
Do you want me to send it to him?
Yeah, send it to him. Yeah.
My AirPods died.
Q, you don't behave. None of us behave up here. What are you talking about? Wait, private chat. Hold on.
If he'd have came in the chat last night, he would have got a taste of what I was like yesterday.
Man, Jax, I wish that I knew you were down here when you were down here. Whenever you were down here, I really do, man. I could have made things different for you a little bit.
I appreciate that.
I wished I'd known that.
Yeah, Brenda was fine last night. Hensley was on one. That's all I'm gonna say. He texted me last night. He goes, "I was on one." I said, "You think?" Look, I laughed so damn hard. Look, my eyes hurt this one. I had a headache. That's all I was laughing. I don't know where Hensley pulls this shit. Hensley's another friend of ours, Mom. He was a little naughty last night. Okay, a lot naughty.
Me and him.
Is he the one that was so drunk? Is he the one that was so drunk the other night?
Yeah, that's Hensley. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Me and him's the only one that like prostitute spirits.
Yeah, Hensley wants him a ghost girlfriend. He said she got to be a prostitute. Ghost girlfriend, that way he got to deal with her big mouth. That way.
I don't know. They might have to deal with something else other than their big mouth.
Hey, the good thing about ghost spirits is they don't have a gag reflex.
That is true. That is true. That is true. They'll be down for anything, Grady. Those ghost chicks. I'm down.
Not
was
You know,
sent me
one of
the
these
link.
days, asking for it, and it's gonna happen. He's gonna be like,
He's gonna freak out.
he gonna call Jax, going, Jax, I got this ghost bitch in my house, and she won't leave.
She's gonna be
Come on,
behind him.
come on.
He gets down in the basement when he does his video. She's gonna show up behind him one night, rub his neck.
Look, how could he do anything anyways, though, if you think about it? How could he do anything? It smell rotten.
Brenda, you just killed my vision on that.
Poor
What's up,
Brenda.
Q?
What's up, Q?
Well, hello.
How are you, sir?
I'm the bad influence here, so don't mind me.
Well, Q's here now.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
worse than I am.
I deny that.
Oh, this is Q. He's across the pond. He's across the pond. Yes.
This is the guy from England, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I've been wanting to meet you for a while. I've been seeing you up here. It's nice to meet you.
It's brilliant to meet you as well.
You see,
Everybody wants to meet you.
my ancestors, my grandpapa was English, and my grandmama was Indian. So when they got together, they made a uglyin. I guess when they made me, they made an uglyin.
Hey. Okay, that's
Poor Teddy, because I'm an uglyin.
that's an unusual species. I haven't
Without
heard
the
of
feathers.
before.
I don't wear feathers, but I can if it makes me look any better.
Gail says, she
Okay.
goes, I love to hear Q talk. Something
Jamie
about
says
that
the same
accent,
thing
girl.
about Q. Like he likes his accent.
You know,
Something about the accents. I'm telling you.
That's true.
I'm gonna put Q on the spot, and I don't know if he's willing to talk about it, but he
Oh,
had a
shit.
five-year experience.
Oh,
It is-
yeah,
it is-
Mom. This is
Can you turn that down a little?
But
I'm
do you
listening.
really
He
want
has
me
a
to
5-year
repeat that? Because
Mom.
that takes so
5-year
long.
experience he had.
I'm ready. Let's go.
No, my mom is ready. Q, that's my mom right up there. So she's ready. Go on, tell her. So
Hi,
some
Mom.
people may not know.
Hi.
Okay. Okay.
It's like, okay, I'm ready. Ready.
Well, this goes back to. Yeah, you really did drop me on the spot there. Cheers, Jax.
Good one,
I love you,
Jax.
bro.
This happened to me between the age of 8 and 13. And what it was my Auntie Doris, and I don't normally mention her name, but my Auntie Doris, she lived about 10 minutes away from me in an area of Liverpool known as West Derby. And 2, sometimes 3 times a week, but normally twice a week. We would walk 10 minutes to her flat, and her flat, to get into the flat, you went down a very small private alleyway between shops, and her flat, the kitchen and the small downstairs living room was behind the shops, and then there was a staircase going up to where there was a small, what we call a box room. It's a small bedroom, and then a really big living room, which was actually above the shops. And then she had a bedroom, a toilet, a spare room, and another bedroom at the back of the property. So anyway, that was kind of the layout of the building. Now, when I used to go there, I was, as I say, when we first started going there, I was only 8, and the toilet being upstairs, if I wanted to go to the toilet, I always found it really, really scary because when you went up, it was a very long and enclosed staircase going up. But when you got to the top of the staircase, you had to do a 180 on yourself to go along a stretch of landing which was probably 15 foot long. Where to your left, sorry, to your right would be the staircase you've just walked up. And you turn a little corner and then you get to the toilet. The problem for me as a child was that stretch of landing. The rest of the flat was fine. But that stretch of the landing for me as a child was terrifying. That's the only way I can describe it. So much so that I would try not to go to the toilet while I was there. If I
Wow.
needed to go to the toilet, she had a dog. It was a Jack Russell named Jack. She was really imaginative with her names. I'd let it out into the back garden, and I would literally. I hated this dog, by the way. It was a nasty little sod. I would let it out into the back garden, pretend to go out in the back garden with it, and I would go outside and secretly pee in the back garden.
Oh,
That's what I would do. It was better than going upstairs.
They probably had the best garden they ever had.
Tell you, going along that piece of landing was horrendous. So anyway, on the night where it was raining and they didn't want the dog letting out, if I needed to go to the toilet, I would wait. I would struggle and hold it in. And when we would leave the flat, because you had to go down a 40 piece of alleyway between the shops, once you got outside onto the main road, me auntie would have locked what was essentially her back gate to her garden. And there weren't mobile phones, so you couldn't ring her to get back in. So we would leave, and as soon as we got outside, I knew she'd be back in a flat, and there was no way of like getting back in there. And I would say to my mother, I need a wee. A wee being an English expression.
Yeah, I know we will. Yeah.
Right. And my mother would be like, oh my God, you do this all the time. And I got moaned at for literally 5 years for needing to run over the road, go behind the block of shops that were opposite, and pay in an entry. Right? So this went on from when I was 8 to 15. And I never told anybody about it. I never told me best mate at the time. I never mentioned it to me mother because in them days, you know, I was born in 65.
I know, them days was.
So in them days, if I'd have said to me mother, "Oh, I'm scared to go upstairs,"
yeah,
I would imagine me mother would have told me to stop being so bloody stupid, and I'd have got a clip on the back of the head.
Right.
So I never talked about it. So that's not really very interesting, is it? Even though that went on for 5 years.
Yeah, 5 years of your life. That's very interesting.
Well, the thing was, about a week before my 21st birthday, I was in Spain on holiday. And when I got back into England, this was actually about 2 days after my birthday, my mother had done a surprise little birthday party for me, for my 21st birthday. So I come home, I get in, and there's all me mates and a couple of friends and a semi-ex-girlfriend almost. And we're all sitting there and we're drinking, and me and my sister are just talking. And as I say, I'd never spoken to anybody about this.
Oh, this is gonna be your first time.
This was when
Yeah.
the shit went down.
Oh Lord.
Because as I say, between 5 and 13, I'd never spoken to anybody about it, never mentioned it to anybody. This was something that had always been private to me. So, a couple of days after my 21st birthday, I come home. We have this little gathering of me mates and a couple of family members. And I'm just sitting there on the couch and I'm talking to my sister and we're talking about old times and shit like that while we're having a drink. And I'm not sure whether, I think it was me that brought it up. And I just said to my sister, oh, I used to hate going to Auntie Doris's. And at that point, and shit. Can you see the hairs on my arms?
Chills is coming to you. Yep.
I get the chills every time you hear the story, Q.
I get it every time. This part was just.
Now here's the good part, Mom.
mind-blowing.
Listen, this is the good part.
I said to my sister, oh, I used to hate going to me Auntie Doris's. And my sister turned round to me and said, the Landon? And I was gobsmacked. And I was like, what do you mean the Landon? And she was like, you were scared of the Landon. I was like, how'd you know that? And she said, because didn't you ever realise when we used to go home from my Auntie Doris's, I was always the first person to go up to the bathroom because I wouldn't go up to the bathroom. So me and my sister are just gabbing away. And the next thing is, my mother comes in the room and she says, what are you guys talking about there about Doris's? And I said to my mother, well, just saying about, I used to be scared of being at Auntie Doris's. And my mother says, are you guys talking about the Landon?
God almighty.
Right. So at this point, my mother then told us something that she had never spoken to us about. This had never been brought up in any conversation. There was a night, apparently my mother had had the same sensation on this stretch of Landon. And as I say, it's maybe 15 foot long. Before you get to this point of Landon, you're fine. Once you get past this one straight stretch of Landon, you're fine. Apart from the fact that you know that you've got to go back along it to get back down the stairs. So apparently, my mother had gone upstairs one night to the bathroom. She got into the bathroom. She come out. She walked just around a little bit of banister. So the stairs at this point are to your left when you're coming back to come back down the stairs. And as she got to the corner where you walk across the highest drop of the stairs, I'm not describing this very well, but in my head, it makes sense.
I'm there with you.
But as she got to the point where you turn that little corner and you've got the stretch of Landon, she said that in front of her, now there was, at this point from her perspective, there's the doorway opposite the top of the stairs, which is the little box room that I mentioned. There's a doorway that she's about to come to, which is a bedroom on her right, but by the box room, God, I'm butchering this story. by the box room, there's a little alcove which led into the biggest room in the house, which she used to use basically when it came to Christmas, because it was so big and so many family members. But there was a little alcove, maybe a foot and a half before the doorway. So anyway, she gets to where she's got to go along this piece of landing, and she said at the time she thought it was a shadow on the wall, and she said it kind of looked like the shape of a person, but not like where you could make out any details of like a nose or anything. It was just like a sort of a shape of a person, you know, like a head, shoulders, and a body going down, but no detail whatsoever. At the time, she said she thought it was a shadow. It was only afterwards she realized that what she thought was a shadow was actually lighter than the wall it was on. And obviously a shadow would be darker.
Yeah.
But this, we'll call it a shadow for now. She said just slowly moved across, you know, no moving arms or anything like that, just moved across the wall and looked as though it went into the alcove. So she walked along the stretch of landing, which is the piece of landing that obviously freaked out more than just me. She walked along. As she got to where the alcove is, she turned to go back down the stairs and looked into the alcove, and she said the shadow was in the alcove against the door. She panicked. She started running down the stairs. And as I say, these stairs were steep, very enclosed. At the bottom of the stairs was a doorway which opened into the downstairs little room where, when we went there, that's where everybody stayed. It was only a small room next to the kitchen. She ran down the stairs and she fell. Now, I remember that we were there one night. My mother had gone up to the toilet. And we're all sitting in this little room, this little living room, if you want to call it. The door burst open, and there's my mother on the floor. Everyone was like, "Oh, you're all right, you're all right," and she was like, "Oh yeah, I tripped, I fell," and that was all she ever told us about it. That was all that was ever actually mentioned at the time.
And if you had mentioned it before, it would probably had triggered her to say something about it earlier.
That's exactly.
Because you thought you were crazy.
Exactly it. If when I was a kid, I'd have said to me mother, "I don't want to go to the bathroom upstairs because I'm scared."
Yeah.
Whereas I thought I'd have got a clip behind the back
behind the head, she would be like, yeah, she'd be like, yeah.
But being a kid, I didn't know that. But that was my experience. I've talked about it in better detail because I haven't described that very well, to be perfectly honest.
Well, for you to see it, and then you mention it to your sister years and years and years later, and then your mom comes in and goes, "Oh, hey, yeah, you're talking about the landing." You're going, "You knew about this, Mom? You knew about this, Mom?"
If everybody would have said something at the same time at that very time, you probably could have been figured it out, or she would have said, "You ain't going there no more."
See,
Brenda and I were talking about. Brenda and I were talking about this.
Being a kid, I just never mentioned it because I thought I'd be laughed at or scolded.
Right. Well, yeah, I mean, like,
you know,
back then, if you talked to, you said you saw something like that, they put you in the Looney Tune bin. They were like, "Okay, look, We're gonna give you a little room with no look, just a lot of padding, and you could be all right. You know, that's what they do. Hey,
Well,
hey, Shirley, welcome back, girl.
My earbuds died. I had to charge my phone on a charger. It's down to 8%.
I know, Mama.
Camera from my computer, so this won't happen again.
You mean you want a webcam?
Yeah, phone's gonna shut down soon, so I have to go. I wish I didn't have to, but
all right, Ma, I love you.
I love you.
Bye, Mama.
Guys.
I'll call you tomorrow, Mama.
Okay, I still beat you.
Bye bye.
I'll still beat you, Mom.
Bye.
Come on. We don't say you gotta hit the end, Mom. Go hit the end button. We don't say goodbye. We say Osteo Beachum. My dad's Bulgarian. So we say Osteo Beachum, which means I love you, and then we just say moi. So we don't say goodbye. Jason doesn't say goodbye.
Yeah, I've heard of a lot of people say it. They say it, a lot of nationalities. I think Americans are probably the only ones that say goodbye because goodbye means goodbye.
Yes.
They're speaking positive and not negative.
Yeah.
Mama, y'all in the dark. You pulling the magic trick?
I'm trying to
hit the red end button, Mama.
Don't be taking your clothes off.
I got an avocado on the screen.
Mama, hit the end button.
I'm looking for the end button. Just a second here. I'll find.
It's the red
It's
phone
orange.
at the bottom.
Hey,
It's at the bottom. Orange and red.
Guy from England. I don't see. What is your name? I mean, what is your channel? What do you? I don't see no name on the screen.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Q.
Q.
Everybody just calls
I'm
me Q.
sorry. I'm sorry. Are you the same Q off of Star Trek?
Am I the same Q off?
Star Trek. Next Generation.
Yes.
Well, I am an omnipotent being.
Well, look, are you familiar with Proven Demons?
No, paranormal isn't my thing.
I did, Mom.
That's
I
what I
did.
thought. That's right. Yeah.
My thing is more debunking UFO sightings.
Okay.
Trying to find the truth, because I fully believe that aliens exist in the universe. I'm just not convinced whether they have actually been here. I am skeptical over it, whether they've been here, but I try not to let my skepticism blind me.
Do you believe in the ice wall of Antarctica?
The ice wall? Are we talking a flat Earth?
Yes.
Oh, you make me laugh. Oh, don't be so silly.
I'm just wondering.
Yeah, I think you've got your answer for that. I mean, if you believe that the Earth is flat, then don't even attempt to go to Australia, because on the flat Earth map, it doesn't actually exist.
Yeah, that's
So
why.
that means any Australians or anybody that says that they've been to Australia is a fucking liar. Or the flat Earth map is wrong.
Or.
And all the explanations that they can give about the reason why we have day and night on a flat Earth scenario is because light only travels so far.
Yeah.
Well, how can we see stars that are further away from the sun?
Well, that's another thing they're saying now. Are the stars really that far away from the sun? I mean, there's so much shit going on right now.
I know.
I
hope.
try to look at everything.
I've seen them. No, look up the Phoenix Lights. No, they were UFOs in the sky. They wasn't no jet, wasn't no weather balloon, wasn't nothing. Look, shooting stars. They go down, they don't go up. They made a formation
Yeah.
like this. I said, oh, that's nice. And I went in the house because I wasn't getting beamed up. Hell no, I did see them. I did look up the Phoenix Lights, Grady. I saw them. The governor even
So,
tried to deny it, saying he didn't see them. And a month later, he saw them.
so
I
you
look
in,
That
at
was the
the Phoenix,
interesting
the
thing I ever
Phoenix
saw in my life.
Lights. The Phoenix
Mhm.
Lights is an interesting thing because if you watch footage on YouTube, there's 3 pieces of footage that are mixed up together. One of the pieces of footage where you see a pile of triangular lights going overhead that a lady gave in, and the footage all came out and hit the news when the Phoenix Lights thing was going on. There's actually a piece of footage that she recorded nearly 2 years previous to the event, but because it was in a similar area, that got thrown into the mix. But the Phoenix Lights event was 2 different events, in my opinion. There was the one where we see the lights falling from the sky that disappear. I believe they were flares. I do believe they were flares
I
that were
think they were too.
disappearing behind the mountain range.
Yep.
The
But
ones I saw in '97 were no flares.
but
No way.
there was
The ones in
also
1997.
right. Well, the Phoenix Light event, there were 2 different lots of footage that there's 3 different lots of footage that are shown
Yeah.
when people talk about the Phoenix Lights. And as I say, one piece of footage, it was taken almost 2 years before. The piece of footage where you just see the things coming down, I believe that piece of footage is flares and are disappearing behind the mountain range in
Yeah.
the distance.
Yeah.
But there is also some footage out there, and
Which,
a personal friend of Jack's and I,
that's why Jackson's talking about that footage. That's the one she's talking about.
he was out that night and he saw a triangular shaped object going overhead, which he said was huge. He didn't have footage of it. I'm talking about Alex, Jacks.
Yeah.
And I do believe what Alex says. So I think there was more to the Phoenix Lights incident. But when they show the footage, when they start talking about the Phoenix Lights, they mix up a few different pieces of footage. And when they show the lady's piece of footage, and they say, "Oh yeah, about the Phoenix Lights," and they show her piece of footage, that was actually taken 2 years, a year and a half before.
I mean, I
But they
remember,
did track
like it was
something going
yesterday, though.
across the country.
I remember we were outside, we were all drinking, just having some beers, and it's back when the DJs DJ'd on the radio. You know, it wasn't recorded; they were straight up DJs. And he said, "Holy shit! Don't say holy shit on the air, man. You can't do that." He said, "Holy shit!" He said, "It looked like someone took a flashlight and beamed it down over Phoenix. It was that bright. Normally, it wasn't that bright." And when I looked up, and I looked at my ex-husband, and I looked at his friends, I'm like, "Y'all seen that shit? That ain't no flare. That ain't no jet. Look, that's ET coming home, and my ass is going in the house. Y'all motherfuckers want to watch it? Go ahead. I see fire. Nope. No, I said that's nice. I went in the house and I watched from the curtain. I was watching from the couch. Quinn Phillip, I told you there's a desk here. What do you need?
Ouch.
I don't have a flashlight.
Ouch.
Somebody needs a glass.
I'll be right there.
No, I have no idea what that black flashlight is. It's weird. You must have it. 'Cause I don't have it.
See, Q's the type of person that you'd love to have him on your channel, because if you're discussing you know, I consider even UFOs and aliens. I consider all that paranormal. It's all tied in together into one group. Cryptids, all of that. It's all paranormal. It's the investigation of the unknown. And Q is like, he's a huge skeptic when it comes to most of it. And he'll actually like, he'll start hitting you with the hard questions. Well, what happens if what if it was this rather than that? And then you have to try to explain
You got to pull
further
something out your ass.
Yes.
Well,
I'll
guess
just
what?
I'll just often ask the questions that somebody who, and excuse me for saying this, ladies, you know, you can be explaining your story to somebody on their channel, and you can expect that person to literally stroke your dick. But
True.
I'm not that person. If you want me to stroke your dick, you give me a good reason to. You can open your ears back up, ladies. It's all right to listen now. I'll be quiet from now on.
I mean, seriously, you can sit there
You
and
you cannot offend us. Trust me, me and Brenda, we are hard to offend. Okay.
I know. When I was saying that, I was just being polite. I know you're absolute rebels.
You can actually watch people, you know, when they're telling the story and they're like, and the other person's like, yeah, I agree with you. Yeah. You know, and it's like, okay, what?
And if you don't agree with me, let's have a debate about it. I mean, don't agree to.
No.
Like, you know what I mean? That's just. Look, if I say so, I say that, okay, that ball is blue, and you're agreeing with me, even though the ball is red. That's pointless.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
not a conversation.
I'm not going to call the channel out by name because this channel does happen to be a friend of mine, so I'm not going to, you know, throw their name out there. But they had a video up of this supposed spirit going by a car that you could see the light come on before this spirit thing, and it looked like a woman in a dress. But the problem is, it was like above the car.
I'll be right back.
No, you don't go nowhere. You better stay your ass here.
Hell no.
Hey,
it's too funny. I'll end up saying the person's channel name and everything. I'll be right back.
And as soon as it disappeared, the light went off. I'm like, okay, well, first of all, that's a projection. Well, that's your opinion.
I believe you.
And the thing is that everyone else on the panel, oh yeah, that's 100% real. Oh yeah. These people have not even looked at this film before, never did any analysis on it, never put it through any filters or anything to see what was up with the film.
Exactly, yeah.
And that's the thing about.
Did they take the video down, or do they still have it up?
Eventually, they did take it down.
Oh.
Yes.
Because that don't seem plausible. I mean, if you're gonna make a video, you're gonna say, okay, this is what this is. Make sure other people go, what?
Oh,
Don't get the people go, wait, what?
It was a video that was sent in.
Oh, it's sent into
So that, they were just looking at it and it was like, oh yeah, this is real. I'm like, first of all, you can see the light when the light comes on and then it appears and the light goes off and it appears. It's bigger than the car and it's like 30 feet in the air.
That was some damn ghost. I'm telling you, 30 feet in the air. Wish I would have come down.
It sounds like that might have been Brenda.
No.
They had the car lights on Brenda. 3 feet there.
Yeah. That's a, like that one. They have this like little like ghost floating around the car lot. And some of these like did you see it on like Paranormal 101, and they show these ghost videos. You know, so since I've met Jax very long time ago, I didn't really think that. You know, when you see things out of the corner of your eyes, like I said, I've been on YouTube since 2017, watching, you know, videos. I mean, I first started watching paranormal videos, like I would just started watching them, got hooked. And then one day I saw people up on a live stream talking about, and they were in, I think you guys were doing Outlaws Investigation. It was out in the cemetery, Jax. You guys were on there. I'm going, these people I'm not crazy. These are my people. I'm not crazy. And I told my mom about it. She goes, they're actually talking about it on channel. Like they're literally talking about it. I said, Mama, they got their ghost boxes out there. They talking to spirits. She goes, we aren't crazy then. I said, no, Mom, we weren't crazy. But back in the 80s, you didn't talk about you saw a ghost. I couldn't go to my girlfriend and go, hey girl, you want to come over and see our two ghosts come? She'd be like, Jackie, you got to go get help. You need some counseling. I don't know what you need. Look, you need those special pills to make it so you don't act crazy. I mean, they've always been in our house. I mean, but I guess to me, living with them my whole life, it's a normal thing. It's a normal thing. Like I've told the story, I don't know, 40 times now. My sister's boyfriend was on the fence about the paranormal, way on the fence. Like wasn't even tipping one way or the other. More tipping like, yeah, you're fake. So he had his computer out here, and he's got this big light up tower. And he's playing this game, and it was dark. Just the tower was on in his computer monitor. The Hell House was dark. He says out of the corner of his eye, he watched his whole tower fade to black. There was no more lights. And I said, he was telling me this story, and I said, oh yeah, what'd you see? He goes, a very tall guy, like leaning against the wall, just like with his arms crossed, just leaning and watching me. So he came in. That's when he called me. He goes, sis, got to tell you, I saw something last night. So, oh, you saw a ghost, did you? So he told me about this. So I told Danny about it, and Daniel goes and goes, what's up, Rob? I hear you saw my dad. He had no idea. Daniel's biological father died when he was 3. He's in this house. He was just posting up, watching him play his video games. I mean, just standing there. He goes, I do believe now. I 100% believe now there's something in this house. I mean, not everybody comes to this house is going to see something.
Yeah, exactly. Depends on what area. Well, yeah. Look, whenever we lived in a 2-story house, this thing was old. It had secret passages and stuff. It's kind of sound like the one that English Q had said with all the stairs and stuff. We actually lived in one of them, but not 15 foot long. The landing wasn't 15 foot long. It might have been 3 foot long because we were poor back then. But for real, my brothers were already experiencing, because I was 5. He was 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He was 10. My other ones were 16 and maybe 20. Well, nobody said anything, kind of like Q was talking about. Nobody said anything back then. And I got to the point, like when I walked to the house, they were calling my name. And I was like, what am I supposed to do about this? I can't tell my mom and daddy. Well, my brother, we had a bunk bed. My brother was on the bottom floor, not knowing he had already been experiencing some stupid shit. You know, he was already scared too, but I didn't know that because I was young, you know. When he saw me fly off the top of that bunk bed and hit the floor, things changed. People started talking. It knocked the breath out of me. I was only 5 years old when I got knocked off the damn bunk bed.
Well, you know what? Look,
I didn't roll off because I was stupid. Well, I am stupid now. I might roll off one now, but back then I would not have rolled off. I got thrown off, and Michael saw that. My brother Michael saw that, and when he saw me hit the floor,
you will experience this because your mind is pure. You know what you're seeing. You know it's like look. my kids are all in school. I'm home by myself, and I hear somebody say, "Mom," and of course I
Yeah.
answer because anybody says "Mom" and you're a mom, you answer. And I'm
Yeah.
looking at myself, who the fuck am I talking to? I'm answering somebody. I've heard Jason say, "Darling, hey, darling," and I'm like, yeah, what do you need? I'm like sending kid to sick. I'm like, what, dude? What do you need? And I come in and I said, didn't you hear me calling you?
And
He
then
goes,
he didn't even
what
say
do
a
you need? He
damn
goes,
thing.
what do you mean? What do I need? He didn't say a goddamn thing, but it was his voice.
Not a fucking
It
thing.
was his voice. And that's happened several times in the last like month and a half. I hear his voice, and Jason's voice is very distinct. It's not like I could like it's off the TV. I said,
Yeah.
what do you need, bro? What? He's like, I didn't call you. I said, you didn't just call me. He goes, no. He's got his headphones in. I had to go, hello, hey, what do you want?
Yeah. I've heard my name being called all my young life. All my young life. All through the houses that we stayed in. We went and moved to another house. It was even worse. But the last time I heard anything really call my name, I guess I was 14 years old. And I was outside. I think I was cleaning up limbs or something.
Night,
And
Jordy.
I heard somebody call my name from outside from the tree. And that's the last time I've ever heard anybody call my name. So, but I know it's real. I don't know why they don't talk to me no more. I need somebody to talk to. I don't know why these fuckers don't talk to me. Now that I want to talk, they want to talk to me. Fuck them.
You're like, oh, you didn't want to talk before, but now you want to talk now.
Now you want to talk to me? I don't want to talk.
Okay. It's not. I don't think it's something that. I don't know. Is it a gift? Are you born with it? I don't know. I don't know how it happens. Or look, I was 49 years old when I figured out why they talk to you. Like, I was talking to one of my friends, and he says, you know, you're kind of like a lighthouse. You emit an energy, a light that they say people, like spirits, know who they can talk to because they know we'll hear them. And there's some people just feel. Or some people that hear, and somebody do all. Like, I mean, I literally hear audibles in my ear talking, but I know I don't see anything. So what is it? Of course, what it is. I know what it is. You know, Bear. We gotta go out. Be right back.
Is Bear one of those? Is Bear one of you spirits?
No, Bear is one of her puppies.
I'm just messing.
No, he's just one of the puppies. Jax is constantly busy with them puppies.
I know, yeah, I see that.
Well, we'll be on the phone talking to each other, and she's all time screaming at him, no, don't do that. Don't stop chewing on my bed. No.
Q, it looks cold over there in England right now.
It's about -2. So.
What? Are you serious, dude?
That's Celsius.
That's Celsius.
Thank you, Jax.
Yeah, so it's probably not that cold, really.
Hey, you said -2. My dick just went inside me, and it feels good.
Well, you know how I feel now.
It's about 28 degrees.
Oh, is that what Celsius? Okay, that's still cold. What about you, Jack? How cold is it where you're at?
It's not as warm as where Brenda is right now. Tell you that.
Well, Brenda, our shit's changing right now.
35.
Yeah. But that's the lows it's supposed to go for the rest of the week, I think, though.
It's been really cold.
Yeah.
Like I think we hit Wednesday was our warmest day, and all the rest of the days it was in the 50s and stuff. So
yeah, shit's crazy.
Back and forth. That's why everybody keeps getting sick.
Yep.
Well, I also had one it was an extremely short experience where I was on one night and I was on with Jax, I was on with Alex. There was about 6 of the guys. I think Gyro was there. And we were just gabbing away about general stuff.
Yeah.
And
did you say general stuff?
general stuff. Just
Oh, okay.
we were just talking about
I'm just messing with you,
random
bro.
crap, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there exactly how I am now, and next to me here, through my headset, I heard somebody say, "That's Q,"
Oh shit.
just like that. That's Q.
In that same
Right
room
next
that
to
he's
me.
in.
And I went like that, and I glanced, and there was nobody here. And I said to the lads, because it was a woman's voice, I went, "Who was that?" And they were like, "Who was what?" I went, "Who's just said that's Q?" And they were like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" It was
Oh,
like,
You're
a
insane.
woman has just said on one of your cameras, "That's Q." And they're all like, "There's no woman with me,"
oh
right?
shit.
And I'm known for recording everything. I'm recording this now as we
Yeah.
talk.
Yeah.
I'll turn my camera. That little thing there
The green dot.
means that I'm recording. I record absolutely everything. So that if somebody says, "Oh no, I didn't say that,"
Oh yeah, you could bust their ass.
oh yes, you did, and I'll replay it. So anyway, the lads were all like, "No, there's no woman here," and I went, "A woman has just said that's Kip," and they're all like, "No," and I went, "Right, give me 30 seconds while I just edit this so I can put it to the point." And at the moment it happened, Alex was talking. He was talking about something, but he was being quite crude at the time. And I clipped the piece of footage, about 5 seconds of footage, and said to the guys, "Listen to me, listen carefully." And in the middle of talking, Alex says something like blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
even going to try and repeat what he said
Yeah.
because he was being crude and I can't remember even what he
Yeah.
was saying. And I played it back, and one of the guys was like, "Yeah, I can hear that." And a couple of the others were like, "No, I can't hear it." So I turned the audio up on it, and you could hear a woman's voice. Now, in my family, nobody calls me Q. They call me by my real name, which I'm obviously not going to say on here.
Doctor
Um,
Who.
but you could hear somebody while we were having a private conversation online say, "That's Q."
Well, you being a skeptic and not a paranormal person, how does that make you feel? I mean,
It There's been a couple of things since I met the likes of Jax, because Jax
okay,
is
so
my go-to paranormal guy. And as I say, apart from my 5-year experience when I was a kid, ghosts didn't really mean that much to me. Movies, cool. I've never seen anything. I'd never heard anything. Okay, the whole "that's Q," that was weird.
yeah. So you know,
Um,
you know there's something, even though you
well,
tried to bunk it all.
the thing was, Jax put me in contact with somebody many years ago. It was somebody who was very close to Jax, a really good friend of his at the time. And she gave me a reading, and I was hoping she'd give me a particular one of two names. The names, and I'm not going to mention them here because I won't give anybody clues.
Oh yeah.
Um, I was hoping she was going to say one of two names, which would have been talking about somebody that I lost a long time, well, many years ago, that was extremely close to me. If she'd mentioned one of the two names that person was known as, it would have blown my mind.
It would have took you in, wouldn't it?
But she started talking about my old experience, my 5-year-old experience, and she said to me about I'm seeing a piano, and she's talking about me 5-year experience, and this meant nothing to me. So I said to her, "Oh right, what type of piano?" And she said, "Oh, it's a really big piano,"
Okay, don't
and
worry.
it meant nothing to me. Absolutely nothing to me. A couple of days later, I was talking to my mother, and I said to her about getting this reading off a friend of Jax's who was saying about my 5-year experience and about the piano. And my mother went, "Wow, that's weird." And I was
Uh-oh.
like, "Why is that weird?" And she went, "Don't you remember when you used to go into the big ass living room? The one that you go into the living room above the shops through the doorway that's in the alcove. You know, where the
Shadow had,
shadow, if you like,
yeah.
moved into and was against the door." She said, "Don't you remember the piano?" And I was like, "No." And apparently, my Auntie Doris was an amazing pianist
But it was a
who
grand
had
piano,
played
right?
with someone like something like the Philharmonic Orchestra or
Yeah.
something. And apparently, when you went into this room, one almost a third of this room was taken up with a grand piano. You know, we're not talking a little piano, we're talking one of them big, massive friggin' things.
Yeah.
I don't remember that. I still don't remember that to this day.
You know, you were too busy. I know didn't remember because you didn't care about that thing and going to that 15-foot stair steps that you had to go through. You didn't even see that.
Well, the
I
thing is, when we
imagine
were
him.
when we were going up, uh, when there was like a big Christmas party and there were like, say, 30
Oh yeah,
family members, I didn't mind going up the stairs because I knew as soon as I got to the top of the stairs and just turned 90 degrees and walked through the little alcove, it's only 18 inches at most, into that room, that's fine. It's only that stretch of landing next to it. It was that stretch of landing. It was freaky, super freaky.
Do you have any ideas of who or what it might have been?
No, absolutely no idea. I never
Well,
saw anything. I never heard anything. It was just a feeling for me.
Yeah, it's just a feeling
well, that's
that
not the end of the story either, is it, Q?
hold on just a minute. I'll be
Didn't
right
You
you
back.
gonna?
didn't you have a relative that moved into that same flat afterwards?
Oh, yeah. Years later, um, after me Auntie Doris had died, and she gave up the flat, me sister, and I can never ever understand why she did it, moved into the flat. I think she was just desperate for somewhere, and she got the opportunity to move into the flat. So, out of desperation, because she was, well, she was with a fella and they were trying to get a roof over their head because she was pregnant. Um, she moved into the flat. She was in there for about a day or two, couple of days, less than a week, and the water tank in the loft burst, completely flooded the place out, to a point where it was unlivable until repairs were done. By the time the repairs were done, she'd been given like a council house. But my sister basically, if you like, owned that flat for about a week and a bit. But I could never understand me sister taking that on. If I'd have been looking for somewhere to live and I'd have been offered that flat with my memories of it, I wouldn't have taken it. I mean, if I got offered a chance to go back to the flat now, hell yes, I would go back.
Yeah.
I'd take my camcorder. Well, when you were at one point, you were coming over to England, and I was going to try and make contact with whoever either owns the building now or who lives there, and see if they would have minded us going in and doing an investigation there. I'd love to go back there, although I've got to admit I don't know how I'd feel. I really don't know how I feel. I mean, me being a fucking skeptic and everything, I don't understand why. Oh, I'd be walking up them stairs with a twitchy arse.
How far are you from the house now?
By car, 5 minutes.
Good gracious.
Walking 20 minutes.
It just ain't something you want to do.
Very close. Very close to the house.
Oh yeah, it's literally within 2 miles, a couple of miles away from where I am, maybe 3 miles.
That's close.
It's right by Alder Hay Hospital, which is a world-renowned hospital for children's care.
It's in my bathroom because Goosey needs to jump up and get her food.
But if I jumped in my car, I could be there in
There's a chair
3
there.
4 minutes, something like that.
I'd go back. Are you? I'd go back. If you got the chance, I'd go back. I would go back.
I wouldn't go back there on my own.
Well, maybe not by yourself, but then again, you could go back and then maybe the people there or whatever aren't experiencing the same thing that you. There are a lot of places, like I've heard, like the Conjuring House. The woman says she's had no experiences. So it's such a haunted place and not have one experience is weird.
I think it depends on how in tune you are.
Yes, just be careful. I mean, I read somewhere that she said she's never had an experience yet. It's weird. I mean, that place is super haunted. The Amityville house. People live in it now. No experiences whatsoever.
Yeah.
Haven't experienced one thing.
Which that's not the original Amityville house anymore either.
No, the one on Long Island, it is, yeah. Mm-hmm. It's still there. Same house. Same everything. Because my aunt used to live 5 miles from it.
All they did was change the address.
Oh, see, I didn't know. So y'all know something on me I didn't know. Oh, I'll be damned. So they didn't tear the house down.
Still the windows, still the same walls, still.
Yeah. News media.
They did, however, change the windows.
There were a few families that went in there that moved out right away. There were a few families, but this new family, nothing. Like nothing. You'd know about it if something happened. I mean, like Long Island is like, the tiny little town that Amity. It's a tiny town, so people know when shit happens.
Oh, did you hear the latest that's coming out now?
What?
They're saying that DeFeo and Lutz, they were in cahoots with each other. That they knew each other and they conjured up this whole thing before he ended up shooting his family.
Really?
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, that's what they did.
Well, you know that the Lutzes have been in controversy for years over that, so it's like that they're just in it for the cash.
Oh.
I mean,
insurance.
Even if you go kill your entire family.
Jack Scale in chat is asking, what's your scariest experience?
Me or Jax? Lady Jax
Mr.
or Jax?
It says
Mr.
Jack,
Mr. Jax.
JXX.
There's
That's-
two
Oh, it
X's.
says Jack's double X, yeah, so that's a little bit confusing.
I don't know. My scary experience, I don't know. Okay, yeah, I got one. Scared the shit out of me, and I'll never forget it. Never forget it in my entire life. So I was just had my son, and he was an infant, and my room was off his room. And who got messed up?
Jordan Bean.
He's fine.
With his paw.
He's fine. Leave him lay there. He's fine. Got the grandsons. Anyway, I was laying in bed, and how our house sat, you know, it was flat in the front, but the backyard was lower. The house was higher. Do you know what I mean? It was kind of up off the ground. So from the ground to my window would have been at least 9 feet. Okay. So I just got done putting my son to bed. I go lay into the room, and I see this man with an overcoat and a hat on.
You okay, Mom?
Wasn't a tree. No tree, because I would have saw the tree in the backyard. I know it was in our backyard. It stood there for 25 minutes and just stared at me. I was completely mortified. I could not move. I could not nothing. I couldn't tap my husband next to me and go, "Do you see this?" I was completely frozen. Scared the shit out of me. People say, "Oh, it could have been Hat Man." I said, "I don't know what kind of man it was, but it was something there." For 25 minutes, I could not move. I was completely frozen. What it was, I don't know. 25 minutes. And, you know, you close your eyes thinking, oh, maybe it's going to be gone. No, it was still there. So what happened, it was over a course of 25 minutes. I was terrified. Terrified. I don't never know what that was. I've told the story several times, and they said it sounds like Hat Man, but I don't ever want to see that again. Hat Man, yeah. There's this. He's called the Hat Man. He's got. He's all. It's all black. It's a black silhouette, but he's got a hat on and a trench coat.
Oh yeah.
That's what I saw. And I saw no facial features, but you could kind of feel like the eyes peering at you.
Yeah.
You know, you can feel like you know when someone's staring at you, you can feel it. Even when something like,
Oh yeah.
like if you're looking this way and someone's looking this way, you know that person's staring at you because you can like feel it. For 25 minutes, I was in total freaking like terrified.
Well,
It scared the shit out of me, and I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it for as long as I live. I can't explain it. Don't know what it was. So it's there for 25 minutes. The next thing it's gone. And it's gone.
25 minutes is a long time.
Yes, sir. It is a long time. So I watched the clock. You know those little old long clocks with the red, you know, numbers, and I watched the clock.
Yeah.
And my ex-husband, he was sleeping. So I mean, I could not move to even bump him. Literally, I was like terrified. And I told him the next day, and you know, he brushed it off, like, you know, whatever. He never believed in any spirits or any.
Oh yeah.
Very, very. But I could tell you that was the scariest thing I've ever seen in my life. I was so terrified. I was 18. I was like,
oh,
what the fuck is the window? 9 feet tall. It's floating up off the ground. It was something. What? I don't know, but it was something. Total paralysis. I mean, I could not move. Not even a toe could I move. When I was done, when it was gone, when I could relax, my muscles hurt from being just in the, you know,
like you just got in a car accident.
Going, shit, what the hell is that? Never knew. Never knew what it was. But that's the only time I've ever seen it in my life. And I was 18. I think that's the scariest thing I've ever seen in me. I see spirits all the time. They don't scare me. I'm more scared of the living than I am the dead.
Hey, Jax, what about telling Q about the K2 meter in that house? What would he?
Grady sends me a picture of this house that he's doing, and do you do like it's like demo, or you clean them all out and set them back up? Is
Yeah,
that how you do it?
demo. I had to demo them and then put them back together again.
Yeah. So he does this video with there's no electricity in this house whatsoever. You can
Yeah.
tell there's no electricity. So he's got this K2 meter, and he says, "Can you make it go to red?" Instantly, boom! That's like right to red, right to red. It's staying in a solid orange red. Then I say, okay, what's the backstory about the house? It was one of the first brick funeral homes. There you go.
Q. I don't know if you believe in K2 meters as far as investigating. They do. They pick up something.
Yeah, that would actually make a really good video, actually, talking about paranormal equipment, because some of it, I think, there is possible valid reasons, and some of the equipment, I think, is very, very misused. You know, when you see people doing the whole the torch experiment, where the torch will come off and go off without being touched. Well, there's scientific reasons why that can happen.
All kinds of stuff.
But some of the equipment is interesting. Now, the K2 meters, that reads electrical impulses, doesn't it?
Yeah. Electrical magnetic. I think they said electrical magnetic impulses. Yeah. And the thing about it, Q, is I've had that. Me and Brenda have investigated with it since I've had it 3 times. It went off at the Mosley house with the offering. It went off at St. Barnabas 1 time. I mean, this is like just click. This house here, I asked it. I said, if you want to communicate with me, can you send it to red? And automatically, when I said that, it went to red. But note this, Q. This is what I don't understand. The house that don't have no electricity. I can walk through. A matter of fact, I do got a video of it on my channel. You can walk through the whole house, and it's charged to middle way. The lights they flick from there to there. When you go to the doorways of the house, they'll quit until you walk into the next room. I mean, I got proof of this, and that's why it baffles me about that. I don't understand it. Every room in that house has a charge in it, and until you get to the doorway, as soon as you stop the doorway, it'll go off. Then when you walk through the room, it'll come on, and you don't have no cell phone signal in there. What do you think about that?
That can be explained. I mean, when I go to my mother's house, I don't know whether it's just because it's such a, a lot of the buildings in this country have been built pre-war, and maybe there's a lot of fucking lead paint still in the walls and shit like that. But when I go into my mother's house, I have absolute murder getting phone signals. I don't know why.
That's what I
just do. But
you can go out the back door or out the front door, and you'll have signal all day long. Once you go back in the house, the same places that the K2 meter go off, the cell phones don't have signal. It's crazy. I don't understand it. It's the first time that I've actually been interested in a K2 meter because it was so real. It was actually answering my questions. Yes. I got the video for it, and I can't lie about that. But
yeah, paranormal equipment is. It's a topic I've actually, you and I have talked about that on a video, haven't we, Jax? where we
Yes.
were talking about different paranormal equipment,
Hmm.
the good and the bad.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Lucky.
I don't have a K2 meter. I personally I don't like them. I think they're inaccurate. I use a Mel meter. If you do a side by side comparison with the K2, it the Mel meter picks up more energies than the K2.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Where do you get one from? Can you get it off Amazon? Like you can
Yes.
to, okay.
Yes.
That'll be the next, be my
Trade.
next
You
step.
can get anything off Amazon, okay? And I mean anything off Amazon. Trust me, I've got in the Amazon web and just been like, I got to get the hell off Amazon because I'd be like, look, they have
It'll
these
suck
little
you in.
flash sales like for like $10 and I buy it. I don't need the freaking shit, but it was $10. I'm like, I got a good deal. What the hell was I don't know, kids maybe the kids will play with something. I don't know. That's where I got the look, Christmas they keep getting these flash sales. I have to buy this shit. It's like $10.
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
Quinn these two little shops light up and stuff. I'm like, oh, I want one of them.
I
I
think
gotta
your
say, help
husband.
Amazon.
I think your husband even said you went crazy for Christmas.
I went nuts. No, they had a good look. They were like, how'd you not want this? How'd you not want that? I'm like, because I'm smart. That's why. I just thought, what would these kids want? And I hear them talk all year. I hear, they don't think I hear them, but I hear them talk about, I want that. I want that. I want that. Next Daniel wants now he wants a GoPro. I'm going, okay, well, GoPros. I mean, you don't that name brand GoPro. Like I got mine for like $60, $65, and came with all the stuff. And then I got another package that was right next to another flash sale for $8, and it has like the selfie stick with it. It's got the one where you can use in the water, and it's got the chest plate one. It's got all that in this big old bag. But it was $8, so here goes Jack. So bye.
Boom. Got it.
That buy button is too big. It's like you can see it like when you shop on Amazon. Well, I have to go through hundreds and hundreds of pages just to find the right deal. People think, oh, it's a deal I'm going to get. Like, no, you got to go 40 pages up and you'll get $10 off.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I can't go 40 pages. I go to like the 5th page, and the best thing that I've seen in the 5th page is that's it for me.
Why
Now,
don't
if
you
I
just
went 40,
download
Like
Honey?
50% off or $10 off, that's when you buy. That's when it's cheap. But I think my
Just
GoPro was $68.
Just download Honey.
Honey.
Yeah.
Honey.com.
See,
Honey is it's an
Okay.
add-on where when you go on
It's like a
to the
coupon.
likes of Amazon, it will give you coupon codes.
right.
Yeah.
But it's really, really effective. It's free.
Dang.
And you can look at an item, and Honey will give you codes where when you go to buy that item, you type in the code and it will give you a percentage off the item.
Shit. I didn't know that. Did you know that, Jax? Jax,
I knew about Honey, but every time I look at an item, Honey ain't got no codes for me. So I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
Honey, you got codes for everything, but not for this motherfucking shit. Okay, fine. I don't need you then. I needed you now, not then.
Well,
What do
just
you want?
like on the digital recorders that you see Zach and the rest of Ghost Adventures use.
Yeah.
Panasonic, the real
Panasonic.
wide one. You can still get that. That is supposed to be the best digital recorder you can buy. The only problem is,
I've heard that, yeah.
but now if you go to buy it, it's
Uh-huh.
$6,000 to buy it.
Are you freaking serious?
Yes.
No, because look, the Ghost Adventures, look,
8 years ago, you can
I
buy it
think
for
when they
$60.
started, it was good intent. I do. I watched them from the first season till the last. And now they have all these spin-off channels like the House Calls and shit like that. Is Zach still the way he used to be? No, I don't think he's in touch the way he like when he did Bobby Mackey's, you could see the fear in that boy's face. Now there's no fear.
Did you see the first video they made at Goldfield Hotel?
Yes.
The very first one, where the two were
But you
pulled
have
out
to think
throne.
about this. They say there's just 3 of them, okay, and there normally is 3 or 4 of them, but they do have a camera crew. They do have liaisons
They got a
with them.
camera
They do
crew.
have. They have a lot of people. Good night, Gail. They have a lot of people organizing just the one hunt. Like, you know, it's not just the 4 of them, really. There's other people
No,
there.
Jack,
You just don't.
Jack, this is the very first video that they made without being on Hollywood. It's the very first one. And I talked to a lot of you got to look it up. I talked to a lot of people that
I know they did the Goldfield on the channel.
it's before. It's the very first one. That's when him and that dude got scared shitless. They jumped off the 2nd floor to get out of there.
Oh,
and
The
that's
Rock.
what caught me.
It was a documentary.
Yeah, it was a documentary instead of a video. You hadn't seen it.
Oh,
It's just called Ghost Adventures. That's all it's called.
Yep. And that's when they
I
first
didn't know. I don't.
and let me tell you something. Hey, Jax, Man Jax,
Yes.
do you believe that was not real?
I think they got the shit scared out of them.
They got caught on that one. And look, the third guy that usually on the show, he didn't even come back to the Goldfield Hotel. He was so scared at the miner's cabin.
Oh.
Yeah, y'all need to see that one before you see Ghost Adventures.
And they actually spent the night too in the Civic Hotel.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was room 13, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I believe it was room 13 where there was a prostitute
in the bathtub.
In the bathtub.
Ruby.
Yes. And he's laying in the bathtub, and he's like,
"Yep,
come get me, Ghost. I'm cutting my wrist.
Yeah,
come and get me. Come and get me."
Yeah, that's
I'm
right.
like, what's wrong with you?
You freaking sick fuck. He's a sick motherfucker.
Zach T. Baggins.
You know what Zach does is really fucked up. Poor Aaron. He puts him in the most fucked up situations. He goes, Aaron, you're going to go in there. He's like, Aaron's like, what the fuck? I got to go in there. Why can't he go in there? Because I don't want him to go in there. I want you to go in there. Aaron gets the shitty end of stick every single goddamn time.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
And back then on that the ones that me and Jack's talking about, I think Aaron was almost 200 pounds then. You remember that, Jack?
There's Auntie Brenda. You know what that is. That's great. You know what that is, right? Yeah, Jax. So I know that's Jax. My grandkids have watched. My grandkids have grown up behind me doing this.
Oh, dude.
This one here, he sees spirits. He'll be like, Nana. I'll be like, what? He'll like, till his head, like, you don't want to say it, but he'll like,
somebody's watching us.
yeah, he's like, did you see him? I said, yeah, I see him. He goes, okay, I see him too, but just making sure you see him. I'm like, of course I see him. And Quinn, I think Quinn's more like I don't know how to explain Quinn. Like, there's the little boy I was telling you about. Quinn's gonna be 9. He's never had an imaginary friend. Never had any of that stuff. I'm young cleaning when they're here, and I had them every day after school when they lived in Chino here. He's in there talking to somebody. I'm like, Bubba, who are you talking to? And I'm like, back and forth, just sweeping and stuff. And I'm not really, yeah, go ahead. I'm not really paying attention to what's in the room. I'm just like, hey, I'm in the laundry, whatever. It's like, bro, who are you talking to? He goes, oh, my friend. I said, who's your friend? He said his name. I think he said his name was Jackson, something like that. And I said, what are you doing, bro? He goes, we're watching YouTube videos. I said, okay. So I didn't look into the room yet. I walked into that room, and there's a tiny little ball of light sitting right next to him. The ball of light. And he's sitting here. I may have not seen him, but Quinn did. I just saw a light, like a little ball of light. He's still, to this day, he talks to him. What's up, Hensley? He said, hello, I'm fine. How you feeling tonight, Hensley?
Hey, Q, I got 2 questions for you.
Fire away.
Did you watch Monty Python's Flying Circus?
Yes.
Who hasn't?
That was my favorite porn of 1980s.
That was the softest porn you could have gotten in the 1980s.
It was on national television here in the United States after 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock on UNC TV.
Yeah, and that's when the TVs would like go off there and they would play the anthem. When it was a certain time, it was like, yeah, you can watch TV all night long.
I saw my first set of woman titties on Monty Python Flying Circus. Playing the piano. I mean, she played the piano topless. They
I
doesn't
told
know
my
that.
friends, look, you know how y'all can sit up all night and watch TV? They're like, yeah. I said, look, certain time when Nana was younger, man, they cut the TV off. They're like, white noise.
Oh,
They
yeah.
showed the flag, the national anthem, and there was no TV no more until the next day. So yeah, 6 you could come back up. They go, what do you mean you couldn't watch TV at night? I'm like, no. Not
Hey,
to mention
Q.
I had to get up, turn the channel.
Your
Oh,
second
you
channel.
guys have a ghost girlfriend.
The second questions.
Yes,
Did you ever meet Tom Baker?
No, but I loved him.
I love him.
That scarf was exceptional.
And jelly babies. I guess would be jelly beans over here. I guess I don't know. I had to ask him 2 questions.
Best Doctor Who, in my opinion.
Yeah, it was.
Him and John Pertwee. I did love him as well.
Was that the one with the blonde hair? The one
Yeah,
after Tom?
the old guy before Tom.
Oh, the one with the oh yeah, the fluffy head. Yeah, the gray fluffy head. Had that super souped up. What kind of car was that they drove? That was an England car.
Oh, I don't remember.
But it would go faster
When
than
we're all
most.
here earlier, Hensley, we don't know you had to paint a house. We had about 15 people up in here. They all left because you weren't here, Hensley. They all left because Hensley wasn't in the house. 3-hour live so far, Hensley. You've been painting the house for your girl, girlfriend. I don't know what to say. What the hell was that?
Jackson's camera.
What was that noise?
That's
Oh.
Jackson's camera. Is
Oh.
camera and stuff.
What the fuck was that?
I was about to get my K2 meter out.
Wait, hold on. Let me get my GoPro. Wait. Brandon, get your camera out. Quinn, put that game away, please, properly.
Guys, I am getting ready to have to get off here because I got to be up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta
It's
take care of
been fun.
these grandsons.
Yeah,
They've been
I work a 12-hour shift both days, Saturday and Sunday. So, yeah,
Ooh.
I gotta get ready to go to bed.
You ain't got no porn
But I'm
shoot. Oh, Lord have mercy. He's starting his shit already. He got a porn shoot for my friend.
I love y'all. Good night. Okay.
Good
All
night,
right,
Brenda.
Sissy, call me tomorrow.
Right.
Call me.
I
Right,
will.
Brenda.
All right. Love you.
Good
See
night.
you soon, babe.
Well, I appreciate y'all coming. I do. It was fun.
What, you trying to kick us off now?
No, man, I'm trying. My grandsons are here, Grady. Shoot, they've been patient. They've been patient for 3 whole hours, and that's more than I can ask for.
Just missing. Kind of sound like you were
Yeah.
kicking us off there for a few minutes.
12 and almost 9. You're 11? Good, thank God, because someone told me you're going to be 13. Man, someone told me you're going to be 13. I'm so glad.
2 days.
Why you got to make me old, bro? Now I got to go beat the grandson. Now I got to beat the grandson because he says he's going to be 11.
Hey.
Well, we're all gonna have to look out for
I need to color your hair because it's gray. You guys get me.
Hensley's
Hensley.
movie.
Hensley.
Bobby does
I know
Ohio.
Bobby does a stick, Hensley. I don't know about you, boy. You know I love you, Hensley. My brother from another mother, but sometimes I wonder about you, bro. I really do.
How y'all seeing chat?
Huh?
I've got dual screens, so
Well,
Okay.
do you want a laptop? Or you on the phone? Oh, he's gone.
oh, we lost him. He pressed the wrong
He's
button.
gone. But I appreciate you guys coming up here. When I first started live, there was nobody here. I'm like going, I know Jax was coming. I knew you got to get off work first, but I knew you were coming. I said to Brent, I said, fuck it, we're going like, fuck it. We're just doing it. And then people start popping in. I'm like, oh, here they come.
Well, if you give me the heads up, I'm off for the next 4 days. I was actually in work
Cool.
tonight. I just finished early.
I think
Yeah.
Brenda wants to go do a. I think she said something about doing a live Sunday night. She wants to just go like do a live Sunday night. So I'll definitely will send you links.
All right,
Okay,
cool.
what day are we on today?
It's Saturday for
Then
you.
Oh,
she
yeah.
has to work the next 2 days back to back.
Yeah. It's
Well, if,
All right, guys,
if
I'm
you
gonna
give me a
end it.
little bit of warning,
4 minutes. I
if you
will,
give
Q.
me a little
I'll
bit
let her
of
know.
warning, I'll try and be there.
Okay, I'll talk to her tomorrow morning, see if she still wants to do it. If she does, I'll just send you a link. Or have
Okay.
Jack send you a link, either or.
All right. It works.
All right. All right, guys. I don't think there's anybody left in chat. Whoever's left in chat, thank you for coming. I appreciate you so much. And then we've got lurkers, but they appreciate you too. Thank you for the view. Thank you.
Let me just give you a thumbs up on this.
Yay, get a thumbs up. Thumbs
Hey, you
up,
got
thumbs down.
two.
Don't matter.
I gave you a
Views,
thumbs
still
up, and
views.
somebody else did straight after.
Well, see, that's good. You got them to do it.
Hell yeah.
No, you know what? Don't matter. What it matters is having fun. I don't care about the views. I don't care about the likes. It's just coming over and having fun. That's what it's about to me.
Hell yeah.
You know, talking about stuff we're going to talk about. All right, guys. I love you, Jax. Love you, Q. I'll talk to you on the flip side.
All right.
He's balling out his Twitch account over here. Please calm down. Is that just started? Please, everybody, go to my Twitch. I'll put it on my YouTube channel. All right? Okay. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later.
See you soon, babe.
Good night.
Good night, babe.
I have Twitch. I downloaded Twitch.
I said that you followed me.
I did.